Hello and welcome to Leverkusen versus Rangers and Roma versus Sevilla live. Day number 2 of the Europa League, and well, it's only day number 2, but tonight we will actually know who is in the next round of the competition. It's gone so quick, hasn't it, Rowan? Already 2 days in.
And yesterday we had a great stream, some good games. For me, obviously, I had Inter Getafe. That missed penalty was everything.
We had some great games. I mean, I had the Shakhtar game yesterday, which had the 2 red cards, which was unbelievable.
And then the 5 minutes of madness.
Oh, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy. But today we do indeed have the final 4 set of fixtures to come up of the Europa League round of 16. We're going to know at the end of the actual day today who is in that next round of the quarterfinals. Of course, we already know some of the teams that are through, as we've said before. The 2 games, of course, as I said a moment ago, Leverkusen, Rangers, Sevilla and Roma. There's a lot of work to do tonight for all sides in the competition. Leverkusen 3-1 up. On aggregate in their game against Rangers. They really need a miracle tonight. The Scottish side, who in fact actually in the previous round did have a miracle. They scored 3 goals in their second leg fixture actually. So could they do it again against Leverkusen? It's going to be a tough ask indeed. Who knows? That's the magic of the Europa League, isn't it? As they say about the magic of the FA Cup, the magic of the Europa League. And then the other game, Rowan, you've got Sevilla Roma.
Yeah, I mean, single leg again. I love the single leg fixtures. And it showed how much a single leg fixture matters. I think Getafe, you look at last fixture, if the game finished 2-0 or 1-0, they wouldn't be happy with it. Because it's that single leg, everything matters. And this is going to be a game of 2 quite evenly matched sides, I'd say.
Absolutely, indeed. And because it's only 1 leg as well, we will know, of course, potentially by the 90th minute, who's through, might even get extra time or penalties. Kieran is in the stream. These 2 might be the best looking commentators I've ever seen. What a legend.
I have heard people say that about me.
Aqua's asked, welcome Aqua, by the way. Do you think Rangers will get through tonight? 3-1 down on aggregate. They need 3 goals.
It's tough because you're playing against Leverkusen, who have got Kai Havertz, and they are such stride, but you said they got the comeback last time, and anything could sort of happen. Teams haven't played as much. I think Rangers probably wouldn't have played as much as Leverkusen.
Leverkusen haven't played for a month now. Rangers played last week.
Did they? Well, you never know then. You really do never know.
It's all about fitness levels. It's going to be important. And Chris, he's in the stream. Hi, Josh and Mark Lebet's son. Hope you're well.
Put some respect on my name.
Oh, God. I'm going to say, put respect on Rowan's name, for God's sake. The games we are covering today, they kick off in just over 10 minutes' time. We're going to go through the lineups, of course, for all teams. There's been a slight tweak in the system for the Rangers side today. We're also going to look at Sevilla and Roma. Have a quick talk through yesterday's results as well. So I'm actually going to put on the screen right now the results that did happen yesterday. They've gone, so they're not there anymore, but you can see on the screen who is actually going to be covering what game tonight, and we'll quickly actually talk through the lineups very, very briefly. So the game that I'm covering tonight is the game between Leverkusen and Rangers. Remember, Leverkusen, they got a 3-1 win away from home in Scotland at the Ibrox. They're now back in their own stadium, and they've got a great lineup today. 4-2-3-1, and there's a certain person in that team, which I think a lot of people were not expecting to still be at Leverkusen. That, of course, is Kai Havertz. He is in the team tonight. So as you can see, Haradaki is at the back. They've got a back for the Bender brothers at the back. Lars Bender playing right back today. Tapsoba, Sven Bender, and Sintgraven at left back. Midfield 2, Arangui scored in the previous game against Rangers. He's in the side alongside Ezequiel Palacios. Wirtz, Havertz and Diaby make the kind of midfield 3. Of course, Diaby and Wirtz are the left mids and the right mids in this game. And Kevin Volland, who was actually linked with a move away to AS Monaco in the last couple of days. He was out injured for the rest of the season. He's back today for the game. Of course, if this game had been played 5 months ago, he wouldn't have been in the lineup. And then the opposition side is not a 4-3-2-1. I checked on the Europa League website. It was saying it's a 4-3-2-1. It's a 4-3-3 that Rangers are playing tonight. McGregor in goal. Barisic, Hollander, Galton and Tavernier are at the back today. Is no any of the new signings, they're not in today. So, for example, Leon Balogun is the player I wanted to say. He's not in the team tonight. He cannot be registered. Midfield 3 is actually consisting of Jack Aribo and Stephen Davies. So Stephen Davies is in the midfield, and the front 3, Brandon Barker.
Are you telling me that Davies isn't playing on the wing?
Well, that's what I mean. I got
Ah,
confused because he said 4-3-2-1. I was like, well, surely Stephen Davies isn't on the wing because he's Brandon Barku's on the wing tonight, alongside Ryan Kent, who scored in their previous game last weekend. And this could be someone's last game as well. It might not just be Havertz's last game. Alfredo Morelos linked with a move to Lost Lille. Could it be his last game for Rangers tonight in the Europa League? We'll have to find out, of course. So they are the two lineups tonight. Very similar formations on paper. It's going to be a great game of football. As for Rowan's game, which is Sevilla versus Roma, you can see right now, of course, one-leg fixture. They've got to go for it. 4-3-3 for Sevilla tonight. Baunu is the goalkeeper in goal. Jesus Navas, Jules Koundé, Diego Carlos linked with a move to Liverpool, and Reguilon, who's been heavily linked with a move to Chelsea and Everton in the last couple of days, make the back four. Midfield three consisting of former Manchester City defensive midfielder Fernando Benega. This is his last few appearances at the club. It could be his last appearance actually tonight for Sevilla ahead of a move into the Saudi League, and Joan Jordan in midfield as well. Front three of Ocampos, Enesri and Suso. So that is the starting lineup there. And then the away team, Pau Lopez, they're going for a 3-4-2-1 tonight. Pau Lopez in goal. Kolarov, Ibanez and Mancini as centre-backs tonight. Midfield for Spinazzola, Cristante, Diawara, Bruno Perez. Mkhitaryan, Zaniolo as cams. Edin Dzeko up top tonight. Interesting formation, interesting system.
very interesting.
Who do you think is going to win tonight, Rowan?
I mean, first of all, Rangers Leverkusen. I think it's a Leverkusen win. But I'd like to say that if former Oldham man George Edmondson pops it off, he scored against Leverkusen in the last leg. Can he do it again? I think he can. He comes on as a super sub. You've also got Hagi, who is on the bench, but George Edmondson, the centre back, I think he can clutch up if he comes on as a thing. Former Oldham legend. And in terms of Sevilla Roma played a strange formation. It's tough. You look at Sevilla have obviously got that European pedigree, but Roma have got a very decent side. This will be the more. I think it's going to be a very even game. I see it going to extra time. I said it last game. This is a game I definitely can see going to extra time.
Yeah, we talked about me and Kieran L just after our game finished yesterday about this specific fixture, and we pretty much said that Sevilla and Roma, they are two pretty much Champions League sides. I mean, Sevilla are going to actually be in the Champions League next season, finishing fourth in the Liga. AS Roma, they have to win this competition if they want Champions League football, or else they will be in the Europa League again next season after finishing fifth. So it's a great game on paper, and unfortunately, it's a real shame that we couldn't get the second leg of this fixture to happen, and we've got to only have one game, because I think on paper, two of these very, very good sides, I think, would have been expected to go really, really far into this group. And Chris is just not happy with getting distracted. Absolutely not. In terms of the Rangers lineups, Aqua's actually said about no Hagi as well. Ioannis Hagi can't play. Now, as far as I'm aware, I don't know whether that's... yes, I was going to say subs bench, because there can be players that are actually allowed into the side up until February. So if a player did sign before February, they can go into the team. Of course, any January transfers, they can go into the side. Of course, I said before, Leon Balogun, prime example, cannot be in the side at all because he was just signed up very recently. So they are without a couple of their big signings, including as well Kamar Roof, who just joined quite recently from Anderlecht as well. Robbie Scotland, welcome to the stream. He says, are you showing the game when it starts? Now, in terms of actually being able to show the game, we can't, unfortunately, because of copyright issues, but we've got this on for those of you that can't access the games. Maybe you want to see a watch along on the side. We get very charismatic when goals go in, especially myself and Rowan. We love a goal, don't we?
We
so
do
hopefully
love a goal.
We could get a few tonight, because we did get goals yesterday. And these two games on paper, they've got very good attacks, pretty much all four sides on paper. Yeah. So I do think we are going to get goals. Rangers, as I said, 3 goals down. They've got to go for it.
I'm so hoping that George Edmondson comes on. You don't understand. If you go, and it's a goal for it, the Rangers got a corner. It's a goal for Rangers. Tops coming off if George Edmondson scores again.
Do you know what? It could happen. Anything could happen tonight. It's the magic of the Europa League. Chris has put, so United want a repeat of history then against Sevilla. It could happen. It could happen indeed. And another fun fact, actually, Aqua's just put as well. I missed this one. Sorry about that. Morelos hasn't scored before the Christmas break.
It's bad, isn't it? When he's your leading striker.
Yeah, I was just about to say, when you think about that, he's been linked with a move to Lost Lille, but, even with that, to have not scored since Christmas, is really, really bad indeed. So these games are going to kick off in about 5 minutes' time, maybe a little bit later because they are doing the moment silence for coronavirus and things like that. You can actually see the other fixtures still to come tonight. We've got more games to come. Of course, there's still the 8 o'clock fixtures available. So currently right now we are covering the Leverkusen Rangers Sevilla Roma game at 8 p.m. tonight. If you want to keep your eyes out for the next 2 evening fixtures, FC Basel, Eintracht Frankfurt, Basel 3-0 up in their game against Frankfurt. Could we see an unbelievable comeback? And then we've also got Wolves and Olympiacos. It's 1-1 on aggregate in that game. Olympiacos have another opportunity to knock out an English side for the second time in a row in this season's Europa League. It could happen. Both the Kierans, they're going to be live from about 7:45 tonight. So if our game does get to extra time, we might have 2 streams going at once. So you'll have the option of which game you might want to be able to view. But of course, that is all dependent on extra time. And then after that, the Europa League is finished for a couple of days. So we move on to the Champions League. 7th and 8th of August, we've got 4 thrilling fixtures to start us off in the round of 16. We've got Juventus and Olympique Lyon. Lyon 1-0 up, of course, against Juventus. That is on the 7th of August at 8 p.m. And alongside that game, Man City as well, 2-1 up against Real Madrid. Sergio Ramos suspended for that game. So they're the 2 games on the 7th of August. Great fixtures. And then finally, of course, to end the round of 16 for both competitions, Bayern take on Chelsea, 3-0 up at the Allianz Arena, and Barcelona 1, Napoli 1, all to play for in that game. They're both on the 8th of August, 8 p.m. UK time. We'll have watchalongs for those games as well. So we're just about to get underway for these games.
Just come out in ours.
Yeah, they're just kind of doing a bit more analysis while we wait for the players to come out. I'm going to ask for your score predictions for your game first, Rowan, because it's a tough one to call.
I'm going to go I'm going to go 1-0 till the end of the game. Extra time finishes 2-2. Then we're going to get 2 extra time goals, and then we go to penalties. I'm hoping for penalties, but I said it at the start. Very evenly matched teams, both got very decent attacks, quite solid defences. So it'll be very interesting to see sort of which way the game does go. Josh, what do you think of the Leverkusen Rangers, though?
Do you know what, Rowan? It's a tough one because I think there'll be a lot of Rangers fans out there that still have belief that they can do this. And I think they'll grab a goal tonight, but I do think Leverkusen will score a couple as well, unfortunately. It all depends because we said at the start, it's fitness levels as well, isn't it? It's a tough one to call.
They did think they were going to be out last round, really, didn't they, with the way the game was going? And providing that comeback, so I suppose you can never really fully write them out.
I'm going to say 3-2 Leverkusen, but I think Rangers will score first, not Wolves. Wolves might score later on tonight. Rangers will score first, and I think now that's Aqua said about Morelos not scoring since the Christmas break, it would just be very typical for Morelos to score today.
He scores 3 goals and then just headbutts Volland or something.
It'd be typical Morelos, wouldn't it?
Yeah. He just bangs in a 40-yard screamer, punches opposition managers. We're just getting our teams lining up outside.
It could happen. Yeah, we've got the players lined up for our game as well. So we are going to get underway in just a moment's time. I'd like to hear your score predictions as well in the chat. Do tell us what you think the scores of both games are going to be, who you think is going to go through as the players do come out. And people already putting their predictions in the chat. Alexa Vujis has joined us once again. Welcome, Alexa. Thank you very much for joining us. He says, Rangers to win and get knocked out. Interesting. Kieran James, Dylan, is saying 1-1 for both games. Interesting.
I'm guessing he wants them to get all going to penalties. No,
I mean, it'd be nice for him to go to penalties. I'd like a penalty shootout. We haven't had one yet. Chris Watches put my predictions: Leverkusen's 2, Rangers 1, and Sevilla 1, Roma 1. Do away goals count in the single tie?
Nope.
No, they don't indeed. So
that'd be so unfair, wouldn't it? Because you don't have a choice if you're away.
It'd be so harsh. And then Alex has actually put his proper score predictions in there. He says Leverkusen's 1, Rangers 2, and then he thinks Sevilla are going to win 2-0. Roma to win 2-0. Sorry, not Sevilla to win 2-0. And then Aqua's put, because Leverkusen haven't played in a month, I think 3-1 Rangers. It could happen. I mean, they have been playing friendlies, Leverkusen, but in terms of a proper professional game, they haven't. Yeah. Now,
Jesus Navas is playing a right back. I love it.
Yeah,
is that where he's been playing now?
He's been playing there for a couple of seasons now. Ever since he moved back from Manchester City, he's been playing as a right back now, which is it's kind of cool to see, isn't it? You know, when players shift positions and
all I
adapt to their
remember,
game.
I rarely watch Sevilla. If I watch La Liga, it'll be your big boys. And so I'm guessing, does he operate more like a Hakimi or something? Is he a very attacking right back? Yeah,
he's very, very attacking. And the thing is, though, because even though he's getting quite old, he's still got the pace to be able to bomb up the wings, and because he's just a natural right winger anyway, he's not the greatest at finishing before. I mean, he wasn't amazing at Man City, but he can still, grab a couple of goals and assists. And I think last season he played it right back, and he was absolutely incredible for them. Chris has put, I'm going to go for Roma to win on pens then. So it sounds like tonight the chat are wanting a penalty shootout like us, which is what we want. We haven't had one yet.
So me and Kieran, last thing, we tried to guess where the stadium was. We couldn't get it. It was Schalke, because I love the lovely rock wall down the tunnel.
Yeah.
I don't know where this is today. It says MSV on the stands. I don't know. I was thinking Duisburg, but I think that's wrong. I'm gonna have
I don't know on that one. While you look, I can definitely tell you mine is the Leverkusen stadium tonight. We've got no problems there.
Ooh.
No problems there, but they're about to kick off in this one.
Where's ours? Match info. There we go.
I think MSV Duisburg. Duisburg, I think they're called.
Yeah, I think that's where it is. Yeah.
I think that's if the stadium is, but we're just about
lovely stadium, that.
To kick off in our game. I don't know if you're about to kick off in yours.
We're just getting the minute silence. They're all huddled around the circle. That Roma kit's quite nice, isn't it? The red orange.
Yeah, they've got a lovely kit. I know there's been a couple of teams, I think, that have been wearing their next season's kits. I think Manchester United last night played in their next season kit
as well.
They've got a lovely, lovely kit, but
they're just kit for Inter.
Lovely kit. Right, we are off in the game. They're just going to do the standard kneel down for Black Lives Matter, of course, as they have been doing.
They didn't do it in the Inter game. I'm so confident they didn't, unless I missed it. But the game kicked off, and I was like, "Oh, okay, they're not doing it."
Yeah, the thing is, at this point, I think everybody just kind of expects them to do it now, which is absolutely understandable. But we are off here in the Leverkusen Rangers game, just to give you an idea for any Rangers fans watching this, or any just natural fan in general. Rangers have to score 3 goals tonight without reply from Leverkusen if they want to go through. They've done it before. Can they do it again?
Our game's kicked off, and no kneeling in this one.
No kneeling. I guess it might be down to referee's discretion then, on whether they do kneeling or not.
Discretion as well. I know some teams don't feel comfortable, probably.
I know as well. I think the game's kicked off a little bit late last night because ours didn't kick off till about 6 o'clock, which I know is only 5 minutes, but I guess they want to get the games done and out of the way. So
Sevilla getting an early corner here. 30 seconds in already.
I tell you what, if they can score within the first minute, what starts the game that'll be.
I need to load up team lineups. It's like thingy. I don't know everyone's exact names or what they look like.
It's all right. I'm going to try and get my lineup up just to see who's on the bench as well, because we actually, I wasn't able to talk about who's on the bench, so it's probably worth having a quick look to see what players could come on for both sides. I know we're only a minute in, but it's nice to see. And looking at Leverkusen's bench, it's very, very strong indeed. They've got Jonathan Tah, Alexander Dragovic, Leon Bailey, of course, the Jamaican winger, Lucas Alario, Wendell. They've got a really, really strong bench, which in fact you could probably say is stronger than the actual team itself, which is out tonight. But, being 3-1 up, they might expect to rest some players, thinking that they're already through to the next round.
I mean, you look at Roma's bench, Pellegrini, Perotti, Under, Kalinic, Fazio obviously in defence, and Cliver, who saw you main standouts. They've got a stacked sub bench.
I think as well for Roma, they only played a couple of days ago compared to Sevilla. I think Sevilla haven't played for about a week and a half, 2 weeks now since the league has finished. Roma played a couple of days ago, so you'd expect Roma to be maybe a little bit more tired than Sevilla are. I mean, the Inter Milan game yesterday, when you watched it, they looked quite tired, didn't they, Inter Milan?
Yeah, it was a heavy talk about the midfield. I think Lukaku, obviously, we're not known for his pace, and Lautaro Martinez had it, but the midfield and some of the defence, it was a very slow-paced game. Up until maybe the 60th, 70th minute, when I think they finally was like, okay, we need this last burst of energy. But yeah, they didn't look as fit as the usual. But I think we expected that. It was the same when the season started. We expected them to not be as quick and stuff.
Absolutely. The play's going to be tired at this stage because it's been such a long season. They're all going to be knackered. Even if you've not played for a month, it's kind of like a third break, isn't it, for the Bundesliga sides? Because they had the winter break, they've had the coronavirus break, then they've had another month's break from just playing competitive games. So it could be interesting here to see whether Rangers come out on the front foot. And to give you kind of a rough idea in this first 3 minutes of how the kind of game's gone so far, Leverkusen really dominating possession. There's been a couple of touches, very small touches at best for Rangers before the ball's gone back to the home side. So nothing too much going on here. Vujic has put Copenhagen getting to the quarterfinals is pretty surprising achievement. Glad to see a state-backed club like Saxa here go out. I mean, it was a good result last night for them, 3-0.
You know, I don't know if they'll go super far, but to get through to quarters is impressive.
Yeah, they've got a game against Manchester United to come up on Monday, so it's going to be a tough game for them. And either way, it's a massive match for the club. You know, they're probably expecting to go out, but because it's a single leg tie, we said it yesterday, anything can happen. They could easily grab a tight, tough 1-0 victory and surprise a couple of sides. Chris has put, if anyone could inspire a comeback, Gerrard certainly could be the man. You need him on the pitch more than anything, but you never know with this side.
Goes all the way out for a throw-in, but Sevilla throw. Sevilla pushing on them wings quite heavy, sorry.
Sorry, I was about to say first chance of the game here, coming to the box for Leverkusen. It's a bobbling ball, trying to get it into the path of Kevin Volland, who, as I said, it could potentially be not just Havertz's final game, it could be Volland's as well, depending on the result tonight. Linked to a move to AS Monaco as part of the swap deal, so it could be a very different side for Leverkusen next season. But he had a very small chance on goal. Flicked up ball from Havertz into him, but nothing made of it yet.
I think this is one of the biggest seasons for the sort of the German sides, because it's probably the best chance where they're going to do win the doubles in. Bayern have got one of the biggest chances of winning the Champions League, and Leverkusen is one of the favourites.
Absolutely.
Sevilla now coming into the box. He's done incredible there. He goes out for a corner. But Sevilla, who's that? Who's that that's running? Is it Sousa? I think it's Sousa running in there. Heavy goes out for a free kick.
Unlucky there. It sounds like a good first 5 minutes. I was going to say as well, with Leverkusen, they have to, of course, as well, win this competition because they finished fifth in the Bundesliga. So for them, it's a situation where, unfortunately, if they don't win it, they're not actually going to be in European football next season, as far as I'm aware. They'll be out. So tough times for them. I mean, I'm getting a phone call here. Somebody trying to phone me at this time.
I'll keep on talking if you need to answer it.
No, it's all right.
Corner.
I'm busy. They can wait. We've got a free kick here for Rangers in the defensive half of play. I've got to say, first 5 minutes, just looking a little bit slow right now. It's expected, but they've got a chance here. Tavernier running forward. He's flicked on into Alfredo Morelos. It's a lovely touch inside the box, but I was about to say it was a lovely touch, but in fact it was an awful touch. It looked like the ball was going to come down perfectly there for the Colombian, but his touch is so heavy and Sven Bender can simply just clear the ball away, and it should have been an opportunity on goal for Morelos there in the first couple of minutes.
We've got another corner for Sevilla. Cross comes in and nothing comes of it. Again, Bill come out to outside box to Region.
We've got a couple of comments in the chat as well. Just have a quick look. Alexa said, did you guys see the crazy corona? Oh, what's happened?
Who is that? I mean, it's put Paul Lopez under a lot of pressure. It's an audacious attempt. I don't know who it is. Is it Fernando? Paul Lopez had to tip it. It's another corner. But that's a great cracker.
Sevilla really going forward in this first couple of minutes. What a start for them. If they can get a goal within the first couple of minutes, all the pressure's on Roma. But what Alexovich said before is about the corona regulations. Have you heard about them? If any country has issues, the whole qualifying process could go up in smoke. So if you haven't heard about it, to give you kind of a rough idea for those of you that don't know, basically, if a away team cannot go and travel to the home team's country that they're playing, the home team has to organise a venue or pay for a venue, of course, for next season's Champions League to play. If they can't find a venue, then they have to forfeit the match and lose 3-0.
Wow.
Very crazy indeed. So the home team have got it a lot to do pretty much. If they can't find a place to cover it.
I was very lucky that there's no American teams, just because genuinely they would all have to forfeit.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Even the qualifying, absolutely what Alexa said, the qualifying process, If there's countries that have issues, it could be a nightmare. And Aqua's put, what the fuck is Morelos doing? It's an awful touch, terrible touch. And of course, I think you'll agree with me, Aqua, if you are watching the game alongside this, that that should have been a very simple touch, but he makes it look really, really hard. And Sven Bender can just clear his lines away there. But it's a slow first 10 minutes, which I guess is what happened in most of the games. It's the first Europa League game back for all sides, and it's going to be very, very cagey, I think, for the first kind of 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, Roma have just sort of had the first sort of attacking threat. Dzeko just bursting down the middle, holds off a player, tries to play a ball through to Zaniolo, and it just doesn't come to anything.
Got a good chance here maybe for Leverkusen to move forward. It's Moussa Diaby, the Frenchman, taking a long-range effort on, and it's not really the most convincing long-range effort, but there might have been a deflection there for a corner. First kind of small opportunity on goal here for them. Not the most convincing of shots in the world, but you might as well test the goalkeeper in the first few minutes, and there's no deflection, so it will go out of play for a goal kick.
Yeah,
I know, he has gone for a corner. I thought he had. I got confused then. From the angle that it looked on with BT, when you looked straight on it, it looked like there was no deflection, but I was right the first time. It is a corner for Leverkusen. It's going to be whipped in here by Sint-Graven. It's taken short, backheel by Bender, and he just can't get it into the back of the net. Unlucky there, not the most convincing of backheels in the world.
If this is a Duisburg Stadium, it's one of the most annoying because there's two lines where the sun can come through. So when the ball's there, you can't actually see the ball.
Oh, God, that's a nightmare. I mean, where the Leverkusen game right now, it's a lot of shadow, so not really any problems in terms of seeing players or goalkeepers having any issues right now.
Looks absolutely roasting in Germany.
Yeah, it does look quite warm.
I thought you were drinking a Bev then, Josh.
No, it's a Pepsi. I've got to keep myself refreshed.
I know, I've got one there. Well, I've already nicked mine, but...
that's the thing when you do these live streams. You could be on for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and your lips get so dry. It's a nightmare.
Especially when you're trying to... The worst thing is when it's been a really attacking game.
Oh, Leverkusen going forward. Sorry to drop in, Rowan. Got another corner. It's all right. Kai Havertz bombing forward. And they're dominating.
Well, I think it's what you expected from the team. I don't think even Rangers expect to dominate. It'll be definitely a take and go.
Well, Kai Havertz happy, actually. That should have been a corner, I think, there. But no corners given. Not happy with the referee right now. Kiwi says, look rusty both sides. If you mean about the Leverkusen Rangers game, absolutely. Alfredo Morelos trying to get through on goal. And I think if there's one player that looks a little bit rusty right now, it is actually Alfredo Morelos. I know a lot of fans have been saying he's kind of bulked up in terms of body weight in the last couple of weeks. I mean, he's called El Buffalo for a reason.
What a name. What a name.
It's such a name, innit? You know when you get names like Falcao, El Tigre, El Buffalo for Morelos, it's always the Colombians, isn't it, that get the fancy names.
El Rhino.
Oh, it's a poor ball there from McGregor. It's now come back to Bayer Leverkusen. Good chance here for them to bomb forward, trying to get it into Moussa Diaby. Has made a lovely run into the box, and luckily sorry. He's not on the pitch right now. My bad. Helander is the one that's clearing away. Maybe Edmondson will be on later on.
Hopefully. Sevilla building this up nice. It's blocked. The call for a handball is definitely come off the back. I don't know who. Fazio's not starting, is it?
No.
Mancini has come off. I think VAR has checked it. He's just hearing from him, but I don't think I think he spins and puts his back to it. I think VAR are checking it. Lopetegui is just telling the fourth official.
Are they checking for a red card?
No, handball. What happened? I'm more surprised because I can't see who's gone down. 33 for Roma. It's Perez, Bruno Perez. He goes down, but somehow the play just carries on going. You know what? I don't think it's penalty because he turns his back. It hits his elbow. Yeah,
I mean, the thing is, with the rule, the amount of times we've seen elbow ones given as penalties and things like that, it depends on the referee's decision. Well, what's happened there?
So close. Who's that? For Sevilla, Koundé. It's from that resulting corner from the block shot. He just he's unmarked, free header, and he just hits it just off the crossbar, and it goes out for a goal kick. But that was shocking defending there from Roma. Didn't even pick him up.
Jesus, what is Joe Aribo doing? Well, he's had a couple of opportunities to bomb forward Aribo, and as you can see from the chat right now, and Kieran's saying what was Aribo doing, and then an Aqua having a bit of a laugh. It's not a good start for Aribo, and I tell you what, it's not just Morelos who looks rusty right now. I think this whole just Rangers team looks a little bit rusty. They've got to go for it. Then they probably need a goal in the first 20 minutes just to really get this game going, because remember, if Leverkusen just score one, it's back to the drawing board again. But with how this team is looking right now, it's going to be a long, long game for Rangers if they can't get anything forward, because Morelos is looking very very rusty. And I mean, Aribo, as Aqua's perfectly put it, what was he doing? He must have saw a ghost.
Is it like when Ulrich passed it to advertising board?
Yeah, Renato Sanchez.
Yeah.
It's like when Payet got scared of the bubbles. That's what it was like then. But no, first 15 minutes, we're kind of heading towards here. It's Leverkusen 0, Rangers 0, and Sevilla 0, Roma 0. Sevilla sounding like the dominant side right now.
Yeah. Roma had probably one clear chance. You give it, but yeah, it's all been Sevilla putting a lot of pressure on this three-man Roma defence.
Fair play. And they might as well. I mean, a three at the back is an interesting choice. It's the system that Roma have been going for a couple of weeks now. Of course, they lost Chris Smalling. He's not available now anymore. He's back at Manchester United. So that is a very, very big loss for them.
Are they re-signing him?
Shame.
Oh, they're not?
As far as I'm aware, no. It's not happening now.
You know what? If United could keep Smalling plays as a player for Roma, you've got a decent partnership there with Maguire and Smalling.
I think it'll have done him a hell of a lot of good going out on loan. And we've got the first yellow card of the game. Aranguiz has gone into the book there on a tackle on Morelos. First yellow card. Not going to Morelos.
Yeah, that's
Morelos red card bingo. Anyone who predicts when Morelos will get sent off in this game?
Roma now just getting the feel for more of the games. Zaniolo's trying to dictate the play through the middle.
But yeah, I don't know whether the boys in the chat who are watching the game might be a little bit ahead of me. I don't know. I'm right now on 14 minutes 40. Then I'm saying that the stream's going to be a little bit behind anyway in terms of those watching on YouTube. So I'm watching mine on the PlayStation 4 on BT Sport. No legal streams this time. We've actually got a legal stream.
We've actually got it properly.
Let's have a look at the comments.
Big chance F Sevilla though. It's just re-showing the Koundé header.
Do you know what? Aqua's perfectly said what I said. It's not Morelos getting the yellow for once. Timed that one perfectly. And Kieran's put, Smalling won't start. I think Ole just needs reassurance that he could be good enough for the squad. I think he'll be a good squad player next season. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, the experience of Roma has done him quite good. We've seen it before where English players have gone out to international clubs. Take Joe Hart, for example, who did absolutely terrible. And I tell you what, Kai Havertz nearly scored an absolute screamer. What a goal that would have been. Well, he's just to see the replay here. It's a great ball lofted in by Lars Bender. He's hit it on the half volley from just inside of the box. Volland trying to take a touch. It drops down for Havertz, hits it on the half volley, hits the bar, and goes out.
Sorry,
so unlucky.
My confusion was because Zaniolo has kicked out for a Sevilla corner. I think he goes to try to play it back to the defence. And it puts way too much power.
What is he doing?
And the corner comes no way. Just rolls across, shot from outside the box. Koundé's still in there. And do Roma clear? Roma do clear the lines. They'll try counter attack now through Zaniolo. Is that one? He's playing the striker role. And I think that's Carlos who says Navas now is going to go down that wing.
We've got a free kick for by Leverkusen, about 35 yards out, lofted into the box, and it's a terrible crossing out for a goal kick. Really poor there. I think St. Graven. Let's have a look at the comments.
I'm not having that about St. Graven, one of the best silver left backs on FIFA. I'm not having that.
You'd have seen his cross there, and you'd have absolutely agreed with me, Rowan. Aqua's put Celtic want to buy Joe Hart. Would you say that's a good deal for Celtic, or do you think Joe Hart's past his time?
No, he's not past his time. I think he's just been very unfortunate. I think we seem to forget he was the best Premier League goalkeeper for 3 seasons, a couple of seasons. And then, everything did. Pep didn't like him. He had that horrible spell in Spain. And then he was never used at Burnley because Burnley had Nick Pope. And Pope was playing great, and they had Tom Heaton as well on the bench. I think he'll be a very useful player in the Championship. It's his wage that's going to let him down. It's that interview that he does where he just says he wants to play football.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the thing that Torino moved absolutely just killed it for him. I think you said before in one of the podcasts we did that just the whole media in Italy, they're so harsh. I think he absolutely killed him. Ryan Kent lofting the ball into the box here, good chance, and it's a poor cross, and it's going to go out of play there for a goal kick. And they just look so rusty, this front three right now. I mean, if I was a Rangers fan, I'd be very, very disappointed with this first 20 minutes because to say that their team that only played last week in a competitive game, Leverkusen have looked the more brightest of the sides. Little Bear, welcome to the stream. He says, Sevilla have had a good start. Leverkusen play for the hold the ball possession. Absolutely, I agree with you with the hold the ball possession. And Sevilla, they've been very fantastic. But from what
they've had a great start, and I mean, I say that, and they're going again. No, they're not. It's Roma on the counter attack now. He's heading Dzeko. Mkhitaryan's made a run. He don't play him. And he slows the game down a lot. He's gone down, and it's gone for a free kick to Sevilla. Heading Dzeko, hand to the face of someone. I can't see because he's covering his face.
If you have enjoyed the streams as well, by the way, we've got plenty more to come. Covering every single Champions League and Europa League game. So do subscribe if you are new. I'm not going to plug it as much tonight. We've got a chance here for Leverkusen. A ball lofted into the box from St. Graven, your man, Rowan. Actually, a good ball this time as well into Kevin Volland. The referee's given advantage, and the advantage has gone on for too long, so no free kick there for Leverkusen because they had a play for a goal kick. But the Aqua's just put the kit Rangers have got on right now is sick. I do like their kit, actually. It does look quite nice. And then Chris has put, is it Gordon or Forster at Celtic? Getting mixed up. It's Forster right now. Craig Gordon left a couple of years ago, I think.
What a legend Craig
Where
Gordon.
is Craig Gordon now?
I really want to say he's at Alloa, but I know I'm wrong. He might have retired.
Yeah, I haven't heard about Craig Gordon for ages.
Craig Gordon is at Hearts.
Hearts. Oh. It's one of those players where it was always so, not, I wouldn't say so good or consistent at Celtic, but you always heard about him making really good saves from time to time, just as Forster has for Celtic. I mean, some of the saves he's made in the Europa League this season for Celtic are absolutely incredible, but they're not in the tournament anymore, and I don't think any Rangers fans want to hear anything about Celtic in a game that's all about them. But Leverkusen on the ball right now. First 20 minutes, to give you an idea of possession and how things have looked so far. Stats-wise, Leverkusen have had 69% possession. Rangers, no shots as of yet in the game. No shots on target.
Sevilla just had another chance. Suso playing it down the right again. And Ezra just misses a header, glances it wide. But again, Sevilla looking scary.
Absolutely, indeed. I was going to try and get the game on the side as well. And Kieran's actually put Craig on used to be at Sunderland. He did indeed. I remember him back at Sunderland. Feels like a long, long time ago since that point. And Aqua's put as well. Obviously, Hearts went down this season. Hearts did deserve to go down. And I agree with you on that one. The whole system in Scotland on how they've kind of dealt with the previous season is absolutely disgusting. And it's very unjust for a team like Hearts to go down. But Aranguiz there trying to pull the strings in the midfield. Of course, scored in the previous game for Leverkusen against Rangers at Ibrox. Trying to feed a ball into Moussa Diaby there. Really poor ball. And to be honest, it does look like two sides that very similar to the Shakhtar game yesterday that are just a little bit nervy right now. I think, as somebody perfectly said before, Leverkusen holding the ball. They don't have to really push themselves too much in this game, having that kind of 3-goal lead over Rangers. While Rangers, to be honest, it kind of feels like Rangers have got the 3-goal lead.
Oh, it's a goal.
Seem to be doing anything. Goal. Who to?
It's Region. It's Sevilla. Sevilla have been dominating this game, and Reguilon was just not marked at all. He gets the ball, just takes past one Roman player, and it's such an open gap in that midfield. He goes, and slots it past Pau Lopez. I'm just watching. He chests it down lovely, directly, so he's right in front of him. Gets past two defenders, slots it past Pau Lopez. It's a great goal. It gets past Perez, gets past Mancini, then slots it. I think that's under the legs of Lopez. Lopez could have done better there. But Reguilon, yeah, that's a great goal.
20 minutes in. 1-0. What a start. You asked for goals, Rowan. You've got one already. And talk about goals might be in by Leverkusen. It's Kai Havertz. Oh, he's got to score that. He's one-on-one with McGregor. And it's a lovely, lovely ball. I think it's from actually Aranguiz with a pass. Just lofts it over the entire Rangers defence. Feeds it off to Havertz, who's pretty much one-on-one with McGregor. And it's just wide of the mark at the right-hand side of the post. And it really should be Leverkusen 1, Rangers 0 in this game. And I think the chat in a second will go absolutely ballistic at the fact that that ball was absolutely incredible. It was actually a Bender with the ball there. Wow. What a ball. I mean, Lars Bender there with the ball into Havertz. And it was such a lovely ball, and Havertz needed to do better. But we've got the goal from Sevilla. First goal of the day. And it could be Reguilón's last goal as well. Potentially moving to the Premier League.
And you know what, if that's his last goal for the club? Very decent one.
Of course, on loan from Real Madrid, and they'll be absolutely delighted with that goal because that might just boost up his transfer value a little bit, maybe. Who knows? Aqua's put, I regret my prediction earlier now.
Mine's still on.
Oh, yours is actually. Did you say 1-1?
1-1 after full time.
I'd like a penalty shootout. Me and Kieran said it yesterday. We want at least one penalty shootout in this competition.
Yeah.
Even if it's like the final.
We experienced a penalty shootout yesterday. It wasn't real life. It was FM, where it finished 17-16. We're at 18-17 or something.
Oh, I was dying.
If you get one of them, dramatic.
I was absolutely dying on the inside. Honestly, if you don't play Football Manager, it's such a great game, and it was hilarious. We went like 18-17 on penalties or something like that. But we've got a corner here for Bayer Leverkusen. This time, Musa Diaby getting the corner there, and they're just showing the chance again, which Havertz had. It was so close to going into the back of the net. And of course, it's going to be a big game for him. Pretty much an advertisement for Chelsea, who are desperate to bring him in. And we'll see what happens on this corner. And Aqua's put, he said 3-0 Rangers. Could still be on. You never know. But corner's going to be lofted into the box. And I thought the referee was going to give a free kick to Rangers there. He probably should have, in my opinion. But the corner dies off. It's gone all the way back into the middle of the pitch, and the chance goes away, unfortunately, for Bayer Leverkusen there. And it should have been a free kick to Rangers anyway, to be honest. So the chance goes wide, and 25 minutes on the clock. We're on a cooling break right now.
24
minutes. Cooling break?
Yeah, I think it's extremely hot there because all the players immediately just water over their heads.
Yeah, because we said about it yesterday. I was a bit confused because the games that we watched, they didn't have the cooling break, so I didn't know whether they got rid of them for the Europa League or not. But I'm guessing it must just depend on the temperatures.
Weather, yeah. Also, I didn't even realise Ever Banega, who spun Mkhitaryan, then when he played it to Reguilón, it pings it across, and then Reguilón does well, chest it down, finish a bit. Ever Banega with a great assist there.
It's the two boys that are leaving the club at the end of the season. I think he's moving to the Saudi League next season, Banega. So that's
getting that paycheck.
Exactly. To be fair, he deserves it. It's been a good servant for Sevilla over the last couple of years, and if he's doing stuff like that at his age, fair play to him. Lovely work. Little best put. He's no doubt Sevilla and Leverkusen favourites for qualifiers in the quarters. I mean, with the way it is right now, I'd absolutely agree with you, Little Bear. I mean, you'll know more about the Sevilla game than I do, but it sounds like Sevilla could probably get a couple more goals as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Aquas put, do you think Manchester City will win the Champions League this year?
It's between two teams, City and Bayern for me.
I'm going to stick with what I said, and I think they'll get knocked out by Real Madrid.
Really?
I said it a couple of weeks ago. I said that I think Real Madrid will turn them over in the next leg, and I can't change my mind now, so I'm going to stick with that.
Have you seen the City
as well? Santi Cazorla's moved to Al Sadd as well. He has indeed.
Have you seen the City news about Eric Garcia? He's leaving the club.
I have, yes. Interesting one.
Well, I saw some City fans complain, then I saw one that summed it up perfectly. Was like, Eric Garcia has lived, I think, 3 years or something. He's living in England. We don't know. He might just want to be at home now. Within lockdown, he might think, well, I'd rather just move back to Spain and think, he's tried it there. It hasn't worked out the best. He's still got time.
And the thing is, as well, a move like Barcelona, it's going to be very rare for that to come up. And at the end of the day, if he doesn't keep his form going necessarily as what he's doing right now for City, he might not get a chance like that again. And we've just got into a cooling break as well in our game, of course. Both games being played in Germany today, so the heat is going to be quite hot. Yeah.
I mean, great from Alexa. From Aqua. About Ake is going to be amazing with Laporte. We say that, but City have injected so much money into defenders that it may not pay off. I hope it does. I really do. For him, there is always a risk.
I don't mind the deal. I think it's not a bad deal at all.
Great deal.
I mean, 40 million these days, it sounds like a lot of money, but with the way that the market is, you've only got to look at players like Gylfi Sigurdsson, if moved for 45 million. I know it's very different positions, but to get a left-footed centre-back as well, there's only, I think, 4 of them in the Premier League that are left-footed. And I think Egan's one of them, Ake, and then there's 2 others as well. So it's crazy, isn't it? You think of, like, I'm trying to think of how many left-footed centre-backs there are in the world. In terms of good ones, there's not a great deal at all. Football Skills put, what time is it? It's currently on about the 27th minute in our game right now.
In Sevilla, I'm 27, 35, 36, 37, 38. 39.
I've just taken the timer off on mine, which is quite convenient, but it is on the drinks break. And looking at Alexa's comments about Manchester City with the question that was asked, he said, City won't win it. I don't even think they will get past Real. And even if they do, they've never gotten past the quarterfinals, and no new club has come in and won it in a decade. Even Chelsea had constant semi-final appearances before they won it. Also, I hope the football gods punish City for being a club that exemplifies everything wrong with football, along with PSG. I mean, PSG, they've got to play Atalanta in a couple of days' time. I'm looking forward to that game.
Is it single legs?
Single legs, yeah.
That makes it even more... Just that. Imagine. I think Atalanta can do it, in fairness.
I think that was the one game where I was hoping it was 2 legs, because both sides, it's just attack v attack, isn't it, really? So the goals would be flying in, and you could see that ending like 11-10 or something stupid if it were a 2-leg game. But
it's also such a sad situation for Ilicic. In it,
yeah. I mean, the actual illicit situation isn't true. What came out is fake
about his wife and stuff.
Yeah, it was.
Really?
It was a joke.
Sorry.
I think it was an Atlanta fan did it as a joke, and somehow it got all over social media and everything. So I think he's just leave of absence is being given, which it's a big loss for them. It's a very big loss, just like Mbappe as well. He might be back for the game, but not necessarily playing a part. But a player like Ilicic, massive loss. But we're back underway.
Cristante gets it in the box and he tries to sort of flick it on, but it goes to absolutely no one. And now Sevilla will counter attack. No, Man City is just going to hold it up.
Just taking their time here, Leverkusen. I think it looks like here they just want to just get the game over and done with. They're passing it round. They're not rushing for opportunities. And when the opportunities do arise, they're taking their time and not desperately trying to sprawl through on goal, which, Shakhtar were doing that last night in their game. Even though they were kind of 2 goals up, they were trying to really score as many as they possibly can in their game. Alexa, if this has shown anything, it's that the excitement over the single legs is so much bigger than the home and away legs. Jesus Navas, is he running the show?
He's what's it called? He's nearly just scored. Big chance. I don't know who plays the ball in. But Navas latches himself on. He taps it past Pau Lopez. He just puts a little bit too much on it. Open goal, but he just goes out for a corner. So close there, but and it was a counter attack really from a Roma attack. And I speak of Roman attack. Zaniolo's got it at the corner. Never mind, he doesn't. He's been outmuscled. Thing
is, he's getting on with age, but he's still got a good amount of pace about him, Jesus Navas.
Well, he beat 3 Roma defenders there, and just a heavy touch. But
maybe a chance for Leverkusen. Diaby on the outside of the box, just taking their time here. Havertz is in there alongside Aranguiz. It's passed back to Diaby in the middle of the box, just on the outside. He wanted to take a long shot on, doesn't decide to. It's into Sint-Graven on the left-hand side. And it looks like the opportunity is going to go on mid here. They are passing back. So the opportunity to just go wide there, which is the moral of the game so far. It's been the constant thing that they've been doing, going on attacks and then passing it back. It's kind of as if they just want to get into half time and make sure Rangers don't score any goals. And I mean, for them, even if they don't score, Rangers have still got to score 3 in the second half anyway to go without Leverkusen responding. So
Spinazzola plays a ball there along the ground into the box, and again Sevilla snuff it out.
Bloody hell, it's an enthralling game. And that's what I mean with the whole Alexa thing where he's put about the single leg fixtures. Absolutely agree with him. I think the single leg ones have brought a lot of excitement.
They do, but then you've also got to remember the ties where a team is down in the first leg and then they come back. Like the PSG against Dortmund this season, it does add that added excitement as well.
And then you wouldn't get the Liverpool comebacks and things like that in the past if they got rid of it. Alexa put, funny thing is that Atalanta didn't, he's absolutely spot on, don't have a single Italian goal scorer from what I read. You were absolutely spot on. Not one Italian player scored for them this season. If that was an English club, they would have been called a plastic team. You know what? You're not wrong on that one. You're absolutely correct. Absolutely spot on indeed. Half an hour into the games. Leverkusen 0, Rangers 0, as it currently stands 3-1 on aggregate. Sevilla 1, Roma 0, single leg game. We've got a free kick here for Leverkusen, about 35 yards out once again. St. Graven lofting the ball into the box once again. Unfortunately, Rowan, this time out, I'm going to say it's not the greatest cross in the world.
Referees call for someone's down. That's why holding their back. Who is that? That is Ibanez. He's down holding his back. We saw this yesterday with 3 Inter players going down, clutching the back. Very strange. I want to see what happens here.
It's harder for the Italian teams just because they've been the ones that have been playing them. Not, I wouldn't say the most, but most recently. I mean, you've only got to think their season finished, I think, last week.
Yeah, it's just a Campos just runs into the back of Ibanez. It's just like a hip to back thing. It's not on purpose, obviously.
Well, we're seeing Ryan Kent here. This is probably one of the only times I've actually seen Ryan Kent in the game. I mean, he had a lovely pass from Morelos early with the heavy touch that the Colombian made, but pretty much he's not really done much at all. In fact, the front three hasn't done a great deal. I mean, Brandon Barker, I've not seen him once, to be honest, and it's just really, really poor from Rangers. It's like they've just not turned up yet, and maybe they'll turn up in the second half. Halftime team talk from Gerrard might get them to just improve their levels in the game. And Bobby's just gone for a long range effort, about 30 yards out, high and wide from the goal, though. And he's liking these long shots today, the Frenchman, but he's not really had any convincing shots on target as of yet.
Ibanez is fine. He walked off and Fazio started warming up, but he's come back on the pitch. He's going to jog it off. Yeah, not much really happening. Roma just now sort of in the middle of the pitch, trying to get something, but the Sevilla players are just latching onto every open Roma man. And they forced to go back. Dara's now found himself in a bit of space in the middle. Oh, Edin Dzeko's played blue ball. It's gone to Zaniolo, though. And they haven't gone back yet.
They're taking their time.
Dzeko's on the ball now. Zaniolo now. Zaniolo shoots, blocked by Koundé. And Dzeko's gone down injured, but Zaniolo gets the ball. He goes for a shot. It's blocked. Dzeko gets the ball. He goes for a shot. It's tackled, and then it goes to Zaniolo again. He shoots, and I think it's blocked by Koundé, but there is a Sevilla player down holding his leg. Who is it? It's Silva. Or Santos, I don't know how you say.
A lot of players going down there. To give you an idea, if you aren't watching the game and you can't get an idea of what's happening with the Leverkusen Rangers game, Leverkusen has 70% possession. Rangers still haven't had a single shot in the game yet. 33 minutes on the clock in this match.
Bring on to sort of just get a shot on target?
Honestly, I'm looking at the bench right now. They've got Enis Hadji. I think he's probably one of the players they'd look to bring on. Apart from that, it's a tough one. They're relying on what they've got on the pitch right now, to be honest. And if I was them, I'd probably take Barker off or Kent and bring on Hadji in the second half. But I'd probably take Barker off over Kent because at least Kent has produced at least one piece of decent magic for them. Just a shame Morelos couldn't get a touch on the ball properly.
One thing to realise with this is, so I don't know the real names of players. I don't know. Do you know what's on the FIFA cards? Like, because I've been calling him Silva. It's Diego Carlos.
Yeah, he's got a different name on his back. It's a weird one with him. Alexis put, do you think that whoever wins the European titles will have an asterisk next to their name because the season is shortened, or that this title is even more difficult to win than all the previous ones?
It'll just count as a normal win, won't it?
Yeah, I don't think they'll give an asterisk on it. They didn't for the Premier League or anything, so.
And I think it's still respected that it probably is a lot tougher because at least you're playing consistent football when the season's going on. With this, you've had breaks and stuff like that.
It's been so stop-start. As I said before, Leverkusen have had any German side in this competition or even Spanish side to say have had 3 breaks. They've had the winter break, they've had the coronavirus break, and then they've had a couple of weeks or even for the Bundesliga sides a month off now. Where they haven't played proper competitive games. So yeah, I can't see him putting an asterisk next to it because this season's been harder, as you said, Ron. Absolutely much harder than it would have been had the season just gone straight on.
Nesri's down injured now, holding his ankle.
Everyone's going down in your game. What's going on?
I don't know why he's holding his ankle. He's just been pushed over the back by Kolarov.
How's Kolarov doing at centre-back? Because I know he's been playing there for a couple of weeks.
Aggressive. As
you'd
you
expect.
as you expect from Kolarov. Free kicks pinged across. Took very quick. But no. Kolarov, he's been solid. He was not there for the Sevilla goal. He was on the other side of sort of the pitch. And yeah, he's just being an aggressive little bastard.
Which is what you'd expect from a Serbian player, though.
And I still haven't figured out if I'm allowed to swear in these streams.
We've done it too. We've done it too much. We've done it too much. We're allowed to at this point. Let's be real. If people haven't got used to it and accustomed to it by now, then I don't think they ever will.
No.
I've got to say, the left-hand side for Leverkusen, they've been absolutely just battering them with possession on the left-hand side. St. Graven, and I think it's saying for me that Wirtz is on the left-hand side, and Diaby kind of switching up between them. But they've been really, really good. Not any goals as of yet, but just Rangers, they're so poor right now. As I said, it's as if they've got the 3-1 lead in this and Leverkusen are the ones that need to go for it. So lackluster. Not one shot yet. And I tell you what, at this rate, we ain't getting a shot in the first half at all.
Imagine. The only thing is, I think if I think Aqua supports Rangers, it's probably just so annoying to see your team not even fighting.
Diaby's in here. Oh, that's so poor.
I thought about to say, as soon as I said that, Rangers are going to score.
He's so poor. I mean, I wouldn't say poor because he's very hard in terms of connection, but Kai Havertz this time, he had a ball that was lofted into him that was incredible from Bender. This time it's Havertz lofting the ball in. He's on the far left-hand side this time. It's kind of a front three of Diaby, Havertz and Wirtz, which is quite funny because two players with Wirtz in their name that are shifting positions. They're not necessarily staying in their position. So sometimes Diaby's going onto the left-hand side. Sometimes Havertz is going to the right, and then they're moving into the middle. It was Diaby on the left-hand side, lofting a really good ball into Diaby, into the box. It's a volley, but it's just way too high to Tess McGregor.
And it's Roma again in Sevilla's box, and they just don't do anything with it. I think this time it was Bruno Perez who just sits with the ball and then eventually gets tackled.
Not good there. We're still waiting for a goal in our game. 1-0 to Sevilla in the match. The game, of course, that is the second one-legged game, actually. We had the first one-leg game yesterday between Inter Milan. Two Italian sides, actually, playing in those ones. 1-0 to Sevilla, though, as it stands.
Yeah.
Roma looking like they're trying to edge back into it, but still plenty of time left.
Again, in the positions, but again, just not having that final touch.
I'm looking at the stats right now. Possession-wise for Sevilla, they've had 56% possession, 6 shots, 2 on target, to Roma's 1 shot, none on target, 44% possession. So it's a cagey one.
Like, the possession has been even, but when Sevilla have got the ball, they've actually done something with it, whereas Roma have not.
They've got a good side out there today, Roma, but maybe the 3 at the back might prove catastrophic for them because there's not a great deal they can do right now. That's the system, as I said, they've been playing for a couple of weeks now, 3-4-2-1. So I guess they've been preparing for this. But we've got a chance here for Leverkusen. Lars Bender just on the outside of the box towards the corner flag on the right-hand side. Tries to look the ball into the box. He can't.
Navas has done absolutely incredible. I don't know how he's won that ball. Shocked to say in this week. I think it's Region pings a ball from halfway across the pitch to the bottom right side when no one's there. Navas just comes sprinting down the wing, collects it, puts it to the outside of the box, and then it's crossed in, and Nesri just really weak head of it.
What a save! Oh, it won't count either. Oh, it's a shame. Well, a player's gone down, a Rangers player's gone down, so it wouldn't have counted if it went in the back of the net at all anyway. But a lovely cross into the box. It's a Ranguiz who is not being marked at all. He's in open space, not one player going towards him. There's multiple players just ball watching. Sven Bender having a battle with, it looks like Helander, leaving that space open for the Chilean. It's a lovely header, but that fight between Sven Bender and Helander actually means that there's been a foul given for Rangers, and very lucky there because no one was marking Aranguiz. He's not the tallest player in the world, but what a fantastic header that was, and that's not going to count, of course.
Oh, my God. Sorry, if I say it's because Roma look like they're going to attack and then they've just passed the ball to Sevilla's defence or keeper. 3 minutes left of this of normal time in this game, and Roma don't look like they're in it at all. It feels like the Rangers game, but Roma have had 1 shot and a bit more possession.
Yeah, I know my stream is actually, when I'm looking at it, it's quite far behind because Google is saying it's in the 43rd minute. My game's in the 40th minute, so I don't know why it's that far behind. I might change it up at half time to see if I can have
Just
one.
give it a refresh.
Yeah, in fact, I'm going to give it a refresh right now. But Morelos is on the attack here. Good chance, which isn't going to come to anything because I have just seen that nothing's happened. Let me give it a refresh and see if
In fairness, I know on the PS4,
No.
the PS4 is always a little bit more behind than a PC are.
Is
so,
it?
Yeah. But
I'm going to
it's
try
about
and
that.
look it up.
Yeah.
We'll try
It's
the.
not,
I'll try the mobile one. It's not massively far behind, but it's. I don't want to spoil it for myself. We've got a free kick here for Rangers. Could this be the first opportunity, maybe, for at least a shot on target?
Yeah. That's what happened with my Inter
corner.
game. When my stream crashed, I loaded up Google Sky Sports to check, and it said 1-0, and then I checked up, and it was back up, and Lukaku were about to score.
Yeah, I've just seen that. Mine's the mobile stream's only 4 seconds ahead of it, so there's no point in changing now. Well, I'll not. Let me get rid of that so I can't see it.
And Sevilla on a counter attack now, and the Campos is broke through. He squares it across. Oh, it's a goal! It's a goal for Sevilla.
2-0.
It's 2-0, and the Campos does great there. Who's that? It's Nesri scores. And Nesri. I'm just going to rewatch the goal, but I think it's a Campos. Yeah, it is. I don't know who misses the tackle. It could have been Kolarov. They've not shown the replay yet. But one of Roma's players, it comes straight from a tackle on Roma's attack. Long ball play through to a Campos down on the wing. A Campos taps it past Mancini. And that's incredible speed. Pau Lopez rushes out. Kolarov's there, not there. Nesri's free open in the box. Campos looks to square it extremely early. Nesri's not there quickly. And you know what? Lopez gets the hand to it, lifts up a bit, and that sort of probably helps Nesri because Kolarov has to pull back a bit. And 2-0.
2-0. Oh, the dreams of a penalty shootout. They're fading away, Rowan. But 2-0 to the good.
You know
they deserve it.
Sevilla deserve it. It's an incredible burst of pace from Campos, and Nesri's there to finish it.
We've got corner for Leverkusen here. Wirtz is going to cross it, and he just had a moment a second ago, actually. It wasn't necessarily one-on-one, but it was a good chance. Helander putting everything on the line to block his shot. And I've got to say, although this has been a very disappointing first 45 minutes, Rangers, the important thing is they haven't conceded yet, and they've still got time to get back into it. I mean, as I said, they need a goal. They need a goal. It would have been better for them to have at least got one before half-time, so they only need to get two. But to have not conceded yet, it's still good, but they've just not done anything right now.
It's a minor positive. I've seen Kieran's comment.
I haven't yet, so I'm not going to...
Josh, you've missed 4 goals. It's 2-2 now.
Is it? What?
He's joking. It's all right.
I wish.
Okay.
I wish. I thought then, I was like, what? Have I missed everything?
Ooh. 3 minutes at a time, but I think the referee's called over a doctor. Who's that? It's Sophia. Is it Diego Carlos? It is. I don't know what's happened there. It's where he's landed. I don't think he's... Oh, no, it's on his foot. Maybe Dzeko stood on his foot? Dzeko is not a happy bunny. The referee's saying, I know.
Get on with it. Get the magic sponge out. I thought I'd missed goals then because I was trying to sort my stream out. So I thought I'd missed 4 goals. Oh, he's very doubtful with this game right now because although Leverkusen look like they're going to score, they haven't yet, of course, and Rangers, well, it looks like they've not even turned up, let's be honest. If you're a Rangers fan right now, I'd be fuming at half-time. There's positives and negatives. As I said, they haven't conceded a goal yet, which is the important thing because quite easily, if Havertz had smashed that chance in, 4-1 up, the game's over.
We'll see it out.
Yeah, pretty much. And 3 goals, it's possible in the second half, but not possible with the way that they're playing. I think Gerrard will go in at half-time if it stays like this and give him an absolute bollocking.
Yeah, I think Diego Carlos is back up, but they should have closed up with Dzeko, and I think he said the F word maybe 4 times. Said something about, I think, 5 minutes.
Fulham's gone for a long-range effort. Oh, it's a good chance. They're testing. They are testing McGregor here. He's about 25 yards out. He takes a touch, cuts in, smashes it on his right foot, just wide of the post. And McGregor goes to dive for it, but he's not going to go into the back of the net. And it's these long-range efforts where they're just trying to test McGregor, of course, keeping him on his feet. Because he's not had a great deal of opportunities where he's had to make any save. But Volland and Diaby testing now. There's been another tackle. So there's going to be a yellow card here, and it's, I think, St. Graven going into the book.
Oh, well done, St. Graven. Well done. Get feisty.
He's not complaining with the referee. He's walking off with a smile, so he knows it was going to be a yellow card, but it's a tackle on Ryan Kent, and he doesn't get any of the balls, so referee spot on there.
I was trying to look. Roma committing 8 fouls. It seems like that's 9 fouls, and we are getting our first yellow card of the game eventually, because I think there's plenty of times, and you'll never guess who it is. It's Kolarov.
Oh, what a surprise. You've been talking about him all game.
Just absolutely boot Sousa.
Well, I don't know how much additional time's getting added on here, because BT have brought up the additional time thing, but there's nothing on the screen. There's nothing there for additional time, so there should be, because we have had a drinks break, so I'd assume it's 2 or 3 minutes, but it's not come up saying how long there is, so I guess I'd say 2 or 3 minutes here. Little Bear, as put, Sevilla would be a tough game with Wolves in the quarters, because that's who they'd be facing.
Sorry, we've got 10 seconds left in Sevilla. Dow Harrison incredibly well to clear his lines.
Half time in this game is 0-0. Leverkusen haven't scored yet. Had a couple of good opportunities. Peter Bosch, the Leverkusen
we may
manager,
get a goal before the end. We will not. We will
not. Unlucky. Would that have been for Sevilla or Roma?
Sevilla.
Oh, 3-0. That'd have killed it off. But yeah, no, 0-0 in this game right now. Havertz with the best of the opportunities in the game so far.
He's not checking his whistle.
Oh, he's still going. Jesus.
Yeah, with 20 seconds over, and Roma could get an attack here if they're quick. He's still not checked his whistle. Roma now will have an attack. Surely have an attack. He's still letting the play go on. He's looked at his watch. Now, Mancini took way too long and he's blown his whistle. 2-0 for Sevilla. Definitely deserved. Roma haven't looked in it at all. Big scoreline for him. Same with Rangers. No shots in the first 45 minutes. 69% possession for Leverkusen. They've had 8 shots, but none on target either. It's been so disappointing. And as I said, there's positives and negatives. They haven't conceded yet, but they don't look like they're going to score. Morelos looks poor. Kent has had that moment, which he should have had. Morelos should have got a better touch. And Brandon Barker, to be honest, has done absolutely nothing, in my opinion. So I'd probably take him off and bring Hadji on. But Leverkusen, they've had plenty of shots, but that Havertz chance was the best of them so far, but no goals as of yet in that one. But goal on yours, Sevilla 2-0 up. Yeah, and you know what? 2 great goals. Region, Banega pins a ball across to him, and he doesn't. Region runs through 3 defenders, slots it away lovely, and then the goal just for half time. Campos again just paces away through past the Roma defence. Kolarov can't block it on the line, and Nesri slotted it away. Fair play, 2-0. It's going to be a tough 45 minutes for Roma to get back into it. Do you think it's possible? Or in a single game like this, do you think Sevilla could run away with it? Roma have showed spurts of, right, we're ready to go and attack now. But once they get into that final third, nothing. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what changed. I think Dzeko is looking extremely slow. I don't think he's really stood out. I don't know what you do, though, because the Sevilla defence have been top Koundé and Carlos holding that defence correct. I'm just looking at the bench now to see in terms of players that could come on in the second half for either side. So for Sevilla, as you said earlier in the stream, they've got Justin Kluivert, they've got Diego Perotti, they've got Pellegrini, who's their top assister of this season in Serie A. Nikola Kalinic, who's on loan from Atletico Madrid. Fazio as well, centre-back. They could change it up if they wanted to, rather than playing this 3-4-2-1 with the 2 kind of cams. They could change it up and get the wingers on and have a bit more pace in there, because Mkhitaryan is good, Zaniolo's good, but they're not pacey, are they? They're not quick. You know what? Mkhitaryan's had a decent start. He's tried something. Same with Zaniolo. It's hard to say what they need to do, because they haven't had enough really a chance to show where they're faulting. So surely it is a striker option and midfield change, but I have to see. I mean, the five substitutes are still in play as well, so they could make a whole set of changes at half time, which potentially I think will probably happen because it's a single leg game. Sancho King says, "Hey, welcome to stream, Sancho King. Thank you very much for joining us." As for Sevilla, on the bench for them, they've got Franco Vazquez, the Argentinian, Oliver Torres, midfielder, Luke de Jong, the Dutch striker. He scored a couple of goals this season. Meunier as well, probably one of their star players this season, could play as a striker or as a winger. I do think we'll probably see him come on at some point. But and Nesri with a goal. Fair play to him on that one. 2-0 up. And what a great time to score as well, kind of 1 or 2 minutes before half time.
because I think the Roma manager, Di Francesco, no doubt, will have probably had his team talk in his head. And, of course, to score another minute or two before half-time changes everything up.
I think the same with Lopetegui. When they had the water breaks, him and Navas were sort of going at it, but not in a bad way. It was sort of Lopetegui telling someone, Navas like, no, this is... And it was nice to see. And then, obviously, that second goal is real. I think we'll see him sit back a little bit now. But yeah, Nesri quite invisible in the game, and then he steps up when they need him. Same with the Campos. It's really been Suso sort of controlling the attacks and trying to make something. And yeah, I don't think they need to change anything. Just maintain what they've done in the first half. Really.
Very, very comfortable. Very comfortable. And I do like these single leg fixtures. They are nice. And it could be the second game that finishes 2-0 because, of course, the Inter Milan fixture finished 2-0 in their game against Getafe. As for Rangers right now, it's going to be a very, very tough half to come. I think we will see changes. I think Ioannis Hagi will probably come on at some point. I think he actually be his first Europa League game. I might be wrong on that one. So if any Rangers fans can tell me whether he played in the previous set of fixtures, then that will be greatly appreciated. But I think he will come on at some point either way, because so far it's been lackluster. Now, when we originally got the lineups up, for those of you that aren't watching the games and kind of want to have a look at the lineups to see who's playing, it did say it's a 4-3-2-1. Now, the BT stream is saying it is a 4-3-2-1 that's being played today, but it does look like a 4-3-3 they're playing in the match itself. I think it's more Davies playing as a midfielder, Barker playing as a winger from what we've seen so far. But to be honest, I haven't really seen anything of Barker at all, which is why I think he'll probably come off at some point and Ioannis Hagi will come on. As for Morelos, well, I haven't really seen anything of him either, so it'll be interesting to see if he can do something in the second half.
Hagi's played 3 games in the Europa League, 2 goals, 1 assist.
Oh, wow. So there we go. I mean, that's the thing. 2 goals, 1 assist in 3 games in the Europa League is massive. And a play like that, they just need somebody to come on right now to change it up. They really do, because the bench doesn't look that good. As I said before, the likes of Kamar Roof and the new signings that they made, Balogun as well, they haven't got today, so they can't bring them to the table either to try and get goals. So it's a lot of the players that probably don't even play as much, necessarily speaking, now. But for the actual front three itself, it's been so lackluster. Sancho King has said, do you think Sancho will come to Manchester United?
Yes. I think, it's interesting. I think he'll probably want to go, but it's also to do with the money. Dortmund can barter. I've talked about this plenty of time too, Kieran, who is the United fan. I went, United have shown that they've got money, so Dortmund will try to get as much as they can for him, because he is a better player than Maguire, obviously different positions, but you would say Sancho is worth more than him. So they'll try to get as much as they can possible. I think if it's going to be one, it's going to be a late transfer.
I was surprised because I when we kind of talked about it before, I always said I don't think he will, but because Champions League football now is next season at Old Trafford, I think that's been such a big factor, and they've waited until they've got Champions League football to be able to ask. And I guess for Dortmund, it is just a case the wheel keeps on turning. They've done it so many times with wingers. You know, Yarmolenko left West Ham, they got a decent amount of cash for him there. Ousmane Dembele moved to Barcelona, got very good cash for him there. Now they're about to sell Jadon Sancho on as well. The wheel keeps on turning. They always get good players to come in. And I think the next player they were heavily linked to come in for that position was Memphis Depay. And we said before, I think he'd be a great signing for them. He seems like a perfect fit for Dortmund. He's got a big ego, but I think if he went to Dortmund, maybe that ego would very slightly soften up if he went there. But, I mean, Kieran said himself, yes, he will leave. And I think he will. I think Dortmund will take the cash and run. Chris Welsh has put the levels to this game. He finished 3rd in the league, best chance of winning FA Cup, and the scum bottle it. And the team who finished 8th and 10 points behind win FA Cup. But United win the FA Cup. Oh God, they're fighting in the chat. This is about Leverkusen, Rangers, Sevilla, and Roma. What's happening? God,
come on. And look, no, Arsenal beat you.
We will answer questions, but I mean they're fighting in the chat now.
A
Liverpool
lot of
and
passive
United.
Aggressiveness there from Chris.
Little Vez put Hagi should play in the second half. Rangers need a hungry, aggressive player, and that's what we just said a moment ago. I think Brandon Barker, I really haven't seen anything of him. You know, Kent had that one good pass, and you know, Rowan, you just got the stats up a moment ago. The 2 goals and 1 assist. He could be the player to make the difference right now. And although they're 3 goals behind, if they can nick an early goal in this, they only need 2 more goals.
The momentum shift in a game does mean everything. You've seen it sort of the Inter game. As soon as that Lukaku goal went in, Getafe went in. Like when I was watching it, the first 25 minutes, Cucurella was dominating that the Inter backline. As soon as Lukaku scored, momentum shifted there. Shakhtar, when Shakhtar went 3-0 up. As soon as that one goal in, boom, two more.
Well, that was the thing with the game last night. I was saying it looked like it was going to be one of the games where there were so many opportunities, but no goals were going. And then right at the end, we had the two yellow cards with half an hour left to go. And with the last 5 minutes, it just opened up. And 3 goals in 5 minutes. It happened in the previous game. Could it happen again tonight? They're still in it right now. Talking about teams that are still in it, we've got more games to come tonight, as you can see on the screen. 8 p.m. UK time, the final 2 fixtures of the round of 16. FC Basel 3-0 up against Frankfurt. They were the shocking team in that first round of 16 leg. Could Frankfurt do it away from home? That is one of the games tonight. It could happen, but Basel, they'll probably play defensive, I think. As for Wolves Olympiacos, 1-1 on aggregate in that game. 8 p.m. UK time. Could Olympiacos knock out Wolves? Of course, Wolves, they would have to win the competition if they want European football next season. That's live from 7:45 UK time. Both Kieran L and Kieran D will be live for that one. The stream could be up at the same time. Of course, it all depends on extra time, which I don't think is going to happen with the way that the scores are right now. But 7:45, they'll be live for that one. Kick-off at 8 p.m. UK time.
You know, if Rangers score 2, it goes to extra time, doesn't it?
No, because Leverkusen scored 3 goals away from home.
So basically, this game has to finish 3-1.
Pretty much, yeah. So unless there is 2 goals for Roma in your game, we won't have any extra time today.
Yeah.
I think the Rangers game can't go into extra time or penalties. So they're the 2 games that are up tonight.
3-1, right? Because Rangers were
actually, I think it balanced itself out then.
So this is technically Rangers away, like, isn't it?
Yeah. So it should balance itself out. Hopefully that can happen, because we're still waiting for a penalty shootout to happen. So those games, 7:45, 8 p.m. kickoff for them. We might have 2 streams going at once. It all depends on extra time or penalties, but we will put a link in the chat when that stream does go live. And then, of course, the round of 16 of the Europa League is done tonight, out of the way. We'll have the quarterfinals coming up in the next couple of days, but we do have then the Champions League round of 16 games to come up. As I said before, Juve and Lyon 1-0 up against Juventus. Could they potentially knock out the Serie A champions? Of course, 9 Scudettos in a row. They need a Champions League. And then the other game on the 7th of August as well, Manchester City 2-1 up against Real Madrid. Could they knock out Los Blancos? 7th of August, 8 p.m. UK time. We'll be live from about 7:45 to build up for those games. And then 8th of August, Bayern Munich 3-0 up at the Allianz against Chelsea. Stranger things have happened. Could Chelsea do it? 8th of August, 8 p.m. UK time. And then the other game, that'll be on the watch-along at the same time as that one, Barcelona-Napoli. Great game on paper, because Napoli have been fantastic since Gattuso has come in. As for Barcelona, of course, they missed out on the Spanish La Liga title in the last couple of weeks. So it's going to be a good game of football. 1-1 on aggregate, 8th of August, 8 p.m. UK time. And then, of course, moving even further than that, the quarterfinals, you can see them on the screen. Plenty of games still to come throughout the rest of these 2 tournaments. In terms of the Champions League games, Rowan, well, we've got a little bit of time to talk about them. Which game are you covering for the Champions League one?
I don't know. We hadn't agreed. Obviously, the Champions League. I will take. I've got Bayern Chelsea, don't I?
Bayern Chelsea.
Yeah, for round of 16, I've got Bayern Chelsea. I think, because it's me and KD on Saturday.
That's an interesting game, that one, because they're playing the FA Cup final. Chelsea, they lost against Arsenal, which we both watched that on the watch-along we did quite recently. We talked about them potentially. They've actually been resting players for that game right now. Do you think they could come back in that? Because the rest of the likes of Kante, Willian wasn't even in the team.
No.
Do you think it's going to be a whitewash?
I don't think it's going to be a whitewash. I think the interesting thing is, I've actually been quite lucky in terms of I haven't chosen any of the round of 16 games, so I've just got lucky, and I think this will be a good game regardless of result. I don't see Chelsea coming back and forth. I think Bayern are just the biggest threat, I say, in the competition.
Absolutely,
I really
indeed.
would. And Chelsea, they were unfortunate in the FA Cup. Me and you did the reactions together, and they were unfortunate. Decisions didn't go the way we should have, but you shouldn't let that hamper them. And is Pulisic out?
I haven't really heard anything about it. I would assume he is out for the game.
Same.
I haven't heard anything since the final.
If he was in, I said Chelsea have got a higher chance of doing it. Because he's out. They just are not the same team. We saw it in the league. They're still a good team. They're still a great side. They don't have that thing, and I don't know what the thing is. I think for Chelsea, it's going out there, try getting 0-0, or try not to get a massive embarrassment and say, look at the players coming in next season. Just say, look at that first leg, but look at what we've improved over. When you join this club, we can get these results if you come and help us. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's gonna be
I get what you mean. But we've already seen, as you saw before, they don't want to go into this game and get smashed because we've already seen Bayern do it this season against Spurs when they beat them 7-2 in the group stages. So they want to keep it tight. And it's pretty much the same situation what Rangers have got right now. If they can get an early goal, just shake it up a little bit, really put Bayern to the sword, it could happen. We've seen it happen before. And it could happen again. Central Kings put, Josh, for the Rangers game, can you tell time? It currently is at half time. I'll keep you up to date with when the game comes back on what the times are in terms of the moment. Before
my game kicks off, I'm just going to quickly get a drink. And then I'll come back
that's
to
all
you,
right.
and then I'll let you go get one after if you want. I won't be long.
I've already got one. I'm all good. But yeah, in terms of the other games going on as well, as you can see on the bottom of the screen, the quarterfinals, of course, as the teams are about to come out for the second half of these games. If you have just joined on the stream, if you are, of course, it'd be greatly appreciated if you do leave a subscription. We're covering every single Champions League and Europa League game live over the next couple of weeks. The quarterfinals coming up in the next couple of days. Atalanta take on PSG. What a game of football that's going to be. 12th of August, 8 p.m. UK time. RB Leipzig versus Atletico Madrid. You might have thought Atalanta and PSG was attack v attack. That really is attack versus defence. That is the day afterwards at 8 p.m. UK time. And then, of course, the other games, we still don't know who's going to be facing who yet. We'll find out in the kind of the next couple of days and what's going to happen there. They're on the 14th and the 15th of August. So keep your eyes out. More watch-alongs to come as we get underway with the second half of these fixtures. As it currently stands, Bayer Leverkusen 0, Rangers 0, 3-1 up on aggregate as it currently stands for Leverkusen. Rangers, they have to do something in this second half. As for Sevilla, they're 2-0 up in their single-legged fixture against AS Roma right now. They've got all the work to do. The Italian side, of course, they have to score 2 goals. No away goals, by the way. So if they score 2, that game will go into a penalty shootout. So here we go. The game is underway. You've got the brownies. He's all sorted. He's prepared. He's got his munchies for the game. We're underway. And hopefully we can get some goals in this game between Leverkusen and Rangers.
Imagine if I missed a goal 10 seconds in.
Oh, that'd have been awkward. I wouldn't have even known as well because I haven't got the Sevilla game up. So I wouldn't have been able to tell if there was one.
It's like next year, Josh, I'll be able to take a break and go down to Tesco and get some brownies for us.
Oh, what a man. What a man. You wouldn't get that anywhere else. I'll tell you that for sure.
We'll be doing the watchalongs together next year, won't we? Like in the same room.
We probably will be. I mean, we'll be able to stream yard and things like that. But Rangers on the attack here, good opportunity. Oh, yeah. It's I think Alfredo Morelos on the ball, and it's lovely defending from Tapsoba, who just nudges him off. Which El Buffalo, he's supposed to be a strong player. Tapsoba just nudges him off, takes the ball away, and that chance dies out very quickly. And to me, it's a good little first minute and a half spell here. I think they've definitely been given a bollocking at half-time from Gerrard. We had an opportunity already.
I'm about to say, it sounds like Roma, I think, because they've just allowed Campos a lot of space. He does put it wide. It should have been a goal, but Roma's shaky already.
God, if they went 3-0 down.
All right, it's all right. I'm about to say, Pau Lopez is going to extremely short with his 3 severe attackers there, but it's all right.
He's having a tough day, isn't he, bless him, right now? He's having a lot of stuff put against him.
He's all right. He's okay. Zaniolo is just coming away for a kick.
Currently, Sancho King, my timer is at the 47th minute mark right now. I don't know whether the stream will be a little bit behind on YouTube from when we're live, but if it's in sync.
I'm going to say do the countdown, that's what I do. Just so.
In fact, I'll message you in the chat now and say 47:20 so we can sync up from that point because it might be a little bit behind. So I'll 2, 1, bang. There you go. That's the time I'm on right now. And then at least you can kind of link up to the time that I'm on. Lil Bear's made his predictions for the Champions League. It's the quarters of the Champions League. City Juventus, Barcelona Bayern, PSG Atalanta, Atletico Leipzig.
Whew. Oh, sorry, I don't want to interrupt you. Edin Dzeko's got the ball now. Squares it across and it's too much power. When he goes out to the wing, they'll come back again. And that's Christian. No, goes out for a corner for... Never mind. It's a goal kick.
Unlucky there. Well, Diaby is an absolute nightmare right now for Rangers. Come out in the second half. The blistering pace, he's brought it back once again on the left-hand side this time. I think they've swapped some of the players around. I think Wirtz has moved to the right. Havertz in the middle, as you'd expect him to be, and Diaby on the left-hand side this time. And his pace is so electric. And in fact, it was supposed to be a throw-in, but they've given a corner, which is interesting. I don't know how the linesman's made a decision that wrong there, but they've got a corner here, Leverkusen. 1 goal, remember, would mean that Rangers would need 4 goals. It's going to be lofted into the box towards the near post, and it was Tapsoba who got his head onto it. It's come back down into St. Graven, who lofts it back into the box again. Still in the box. This time Aranguiz, he gets the ball. He's back to St. Graven once again on the left-hand side of the field. He's going to have a third chance to whip this in. And Connor Goldson clears his lines. There's going to be another corner here for Bayer Leverkusen. And they've come out here in this kind of first minute and a half. Not too bad, couple of set-piece opportunities. And you're very welcome, Sancho King. At least we're in time now for this game. And hopefully here maybe we can have the first goal of this match because it's still 0-0. Wirtz is going to go onto the corner this time to whip this one in. And if Leverkusen can score within the first 4 minutes, it'll go 4-1, and surely that would be game, set, and match. Here we go. Wirtz, who I've got to say has had a very, very good game. Young kid who, I think, did he score against Bayern in the last game of the season? If that's the same player.
No, but it was Wirtz, because I watched the game. He was one of the youngest players to play, something like that.
Yeah, I didn't know whether that was the guy that had scored or not, but he's had a really, really good game. Fair play to him. Probably a lot of pressure for him as well, but he's going to whip this corner in again. First corner that was taken. The referee must have seen something. Second corner's taken in. Whips it into the box. Aranguiz gets his head onto it, and not the most convincing of headers. It's going to go out of play. And it was kind of Aranguiz and Tapsoba. They're both going for it, so it looked like Tapsoba actually got the header on, and it goes out of play for a goal kick.
So what happened in mine is Region went down. I was like, "Oh, we're holding his knee." Turns out his contact fell out.
Oh.
So he was holding, but what he did was he went down holding his knee, trying to get the referee to stop the play, pretending it was a knee injury. His team do eventually kick out, and then he goes and puts some contact in.
Oh, Diaby's in here. Surely it could be chance. It's in the back of the net, and that could be game, set, and match. And just as you've talked about an opportunity there, Leverkusen have taken the lead in this one, and it's counter-attacking football. It looks like Diaby, who I just said a moment ago, so decisive in this game so far. His quick, electric, dynamic pace has come up trumps there, and Leverkusen take the lead. And just looking at the chance here, Tapsoba, it's in the middle of the field. Is this another long ball? Aranguiz, he takes a touch, and it's another blistering run there from Diaby. He's onside. It's an incredible ball from Aranguiz. Just dinks it over the entire of the Rangers defence. We saw it a moment ago in the first half with the Havertz opportunity. Very similar. Diaby runs onto it, takes a touch, inside of the box. It's in the back of the net. And just like that, it's surely over for Rangers. 1-0 Leverkusen.
I mean, while you're talking about Mkhitaryan's just had a big chance to put the game to 2-1. He takes a shot just wide in the net, but good show from Roma there. Found Mkhitaryan in space. Ooh, we might have another injury here.
And that is so costly because we said before, it was a simple thing for Rangers. Do not let Leverkusen score, and as long as you can stay in the game, there's still a chance as time ticks on. But now that goal's gone in, Rangers would need 4 goals in this game to go through. It's surely over now.
Yeah, there's an injury. Yeah.
Who's gone down?
It's just a rough landing. I don't know who goes for. I think it's someone goes for the ball, and a Roma defender goes up for it. Who is it? I think is it Jordan? And now Jordan goes up for it, and the Sevilla attack. I think it's Nesri pulls out, and he just lands straight on his sort of front. He puts his hands out, and then he lands on his. It's just a rough landing.
I forgot to say as well, actually, at the start of this game, I don't think there's been any changes so far. I mean, Steven Gerrard, they're just looking at him right now. He looks very dejected, which, of course, you would expect. I mean, the team talk there, he's got to, as I said, given a bollocking to him. And, 6-7 minutes into the second half, you go 1-0 down. All the work is on them now. And quite frankly, it's probably now a case for Rangers of not necessarily shutting up shop, but making sure Leverkusen don't get any more in this game for it to become slightly embarrassing. But talking about it now, there was an opportunity for Leverkusen to go forward. Havertz, not how referee's just blown a whistle here. I think it's going to be a booking. I think Brandon Barker has just got a booking there.
I realised I said Jordan. He's a Sevilla player. It was a banner, so I eventually saw the name on the back of his shirt. Doing these watchalongs gives me more respect for the commentators.
Yeah, it's a tough job for him. I think as well, because they're in the stadium, you don't get the view of the players, so you've got to know the numbers and everything's spot on.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tough job for them.
I was just looking at the wrong team, and it's a gain. Sevilla, I don't know how Roma. Oh, no, man, they sorted it out.
Leverkusen through again here. Kai Havertz. Oh, it's good defending from Connor Goldson. Clears his lines and doesn't clear it convincingly because now Kai Havertz is in here and surely it could be 2 when it's a good save from McGregor. And well, Havertz, he's got a score there again. It's the second opportunity of the game. And just as I was praising Connor Goldson there for a good clearance, he passes it straight to the path for Anguiz, feeds it off into Havertz, who's one-on-one with the goalkeeper, tries to squeeze it to the right-hand side and have McGregor with a fantastic save.
Big chance! Oh, my! And Koundé does incredibly well to defend that. Hold up, the ball's still in play. Dzeko now heads it at the keeper, and it is collected, but who is that? It's Chris Ante. The Spinazzola does well. Bunch plays in the box. Spinazzola plays it across. It goes up in the air, and Crisante takes way too long. If he attacks that straight away, you can either flick it across to Dzeko or you can go for a shot. So it takes his time, then Koundé just comes in, gets the first kick, gets the second clearance. Ball does eventually come to Dzeko inside the box, but he just heads it straight at the keeper, Bunu. But Roma getting a couple more chances in. Zaniolo, sorry, I know I'm keeping going, but Zaniolo's fouled Region again, gone with a hand around the neck, and I think he's been has he been carded? Yeah, I'm surprised there's not been a card. Oh, there we go.
Leverkusen just starting to dominate this game now. It's looking worrying here for Rangers, I've got to say. As I said, it should have been 2-0 in quick succession there, and good save from McGregor. He's come up trumps there. And they've just got to watch out here because if Leverkusen can keep with these opportunities, eventually it does look like another one's going to go into the back of the net. And for Peter Bosch, well, it's a perfect situation right now because he doesn't have to really put his big players on the bench and could save them. Have you had a chance?
No, we've had BT Sport. You might have seen it on the stream. I just started flashing green and black all of a sudden. Just the stream just went, there we go. All of a sudden it just started flashing green and black, and then the game went, there's been a problem. So I'm back up.
It's all right. I'm just going to get the tweet sorted out for the next set of fixtures,
That's
of course.
I mean, I'll read the comment from Little Bear. Semi-finals, you said PSG, Atletico, Man City by City beating Juve.
Really?
And the final will be probably PSG, Bayern, Man City 49%. PSG will not win the Champions League this year. You're saying Bayern will win it.
I think a lot of people are going for Bayern as the favourites.
And they've got a comment from Kieran, former Hull City legend, McGregor.
Good save from him. And Rangers in here. Good chance maybe in the box. Trying to loft it towards Brandon Barker, who can't get a touch. It's a heavy cross. Back to Rangers again. Another opportunity to loft this in. Trying to get towards Morelos. Goes straight into the hands of Hradecki. And it's a simple save. And that's probably the first thing he's had to do all day because they've had no shots. It's been poor from him. It's been really, really poor. And I've got to say, it's been such a simple night for him. It's like a training match right now for Hradecki. He's had nothing to do so far. Absolutely nothing. The cross, not convincing. Morelos, honestly, I just don't know with him right now. If I was a Rangers fan, I'd just be looking forward to Kamaru coming in right now because he's not done anything at all in this game.
Is he the former Leeds man?
He's indeed, yeah.
Thought so.
Former Leeds player, moved to Anderlecht, now at Rangers next season. It'd be quite interesting to see how he does as well because I think he's come a long way since he was at Leeds. Little Bear's put his favourite to win by Munich or Man City.
Yeah, I mean, I think the top... Okay, so my game all of a sudden has decided it's going to give me full volume while there was a shot going on. It was a shot from Roma goes on. There is going to be a sub, it's a man with a face mask, which means it's Pellegrini is coming on. He's got the face mask. Pellegrini's come on for Zaniolo, and then Perez has come on for Daiwara, who's had a great game. Daiwara.
It does sound like that's Robert. Oh, we're actually talking about Leverkusen very quickly. They're in here. Lofted ball, Kai Havertz trying to get towards Volland. It's a low cross into the path of the German striker, and it's just an awkward ball that Alan McGregor can scoop up and hit long. Maybe there's a chance for a counter-attack. It's hit way too long, and in fact, it goes all the way to Hradecki, who heads it down for Tapsoba. Unlucky there for the away side. They needed to try and get a counter-attack going there, but they couldn't.
Sphere close now with Campos. Goes inside to Region. Back to Campos. To Benega. That's a great ball. Region! No, it was a Campos, sorry. But Campos nearly just hits a scissor kick.
Fucking hell.
Oh.
So close.
Benega with a lovely ball there.
There we go. Sorry about that. Gone very quiet for a second. Just trying to get tweets sorted out.
It's and Roma making 2 subs, really trying to. Yeah, I think Zaniolo needs to come off because I think he was at risk of getting a red card. He was just putting in a lot of challenges, and I think 2 yellows would have been on the card, and that's Perez giving away a free kick as soon as he comes on. And yet, Dawara had a great game, and Pellegrini will look to bolster that defence. /attack.
Nothing really going on right now in this game, honestly. 58 minutes into this one, it's been so quiet right now. Chaos said current Watford man Morelos. John Wayne is the stream. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the stream, John Wayne. Thank you very much for joining. Leverkusen coming on the attack again here. It's becoming consistent, saying Leverkusen on the attack. What can they do here? Kai Havertz taking his time. They don't have to rush about Aranguiz. It's lovely work, Palacios into Bender, and they're going to pass it back to Hradecky. And with half an hour to go, Rangers just need to try and get a goal. As I said, it's probably going to be not a case of going through now, just making sure that Leverkusen can't get him. Oh, I think Graven, what a ball that would have been to Kevin Volland, if not for the touch of Connor Goldson. Lovely, lovely cross. It was a low cross into the path of Volland. He noticed the run of the German striker, and if Goldson wouldn't have got that, I think it would have been 2-0 Leverkusen.
This is lovely play from Roma, and it's going to be Perez. He's got all the way through. He's been took down, but he hasn't, and rest said nothing. That would have been an incredible goal. I think it's him and Dzeko linking up great there.
They need a goal.
They do, and it looked Perez bursting. Bruno Perez, that is, bursting through. Very close. Very close.
Here we go.
Indeed.
First change for Rangers, finally. And as I said before, they've done what I've said. Enis Hadji's come on. No, Edvinson yet. Enis Hadji's come on. Brandon Barker's come off. He's been really poor today, Brandon Barker. He's pretty much just been... He's literally done nothing, to put it the best way. There's been 10 men. Well, I wouldn't even say 10 men. There's been 9 men if you include Morelos on the pitch right now, because the front three, I mean, Ken's done some things here and there. Morelos and Barker haven't done anything. But Hadji just come on. Maybe he could be the difference maker in this. But with half an hour left, unless something incredible happens, some unbelievable things happen, Leverkusen have got this in the bag.
I tell you what, Sevilla are sort of running the show as much... Because El Nesri has ran through and he's had the time to look back, tell players to come up and help him, and turn back and get the ball and cross it in. Someone's just been given a yellow, and I don't know what it's for. Either the VAR checked for a foul or it's for backtrack. I think it's either Region or Perez, because that's where he's walking from.
Let's have a look at the chat. Sancho King says, my girlfriend is watching with me. Hope you enjoyed the stream so far. Thank you very much for joining us. And Little Bear says Hadji in the end. Well, at least they've listened to his Little Bear. The fact that he's come on is a good sign, but I think he should have come on at half time, because this front three right now just hasn't worked. They're showing us the Kevin Volland chance again, and it's so poor from Connor Goldson. They're talking about Leverkusen, they're on the attack again. They're going to have a corner here. Kai Havertz, he's just running the show right now. He's here, there, and everywhere. And if Chelsea are watching on today, they'll be very impressed with his performance. Very impressed indeed. I mean, he's had 2 opportunities which he should have scored. But if you take that away, he's been here, there, and everywhere, just running the show. He's on the left-hand side 1 minute, then he's on the right, then he's through the middle. The midfield kind of attacking three of Havertz and Diaby. Rangers have been just struggling to stop them.
Yeah, not much really happening here.
There's an attack now, Sven Bender laying it off for Palacios, who I haven't had much to say about today, but I think that's just proved how comfortable Leverkusen have been. Once again, passing it back to Hradecky, probably just to give him a touch of the ball because he's had nothing to do. Takes his time, and Rangers, they just don't seem up for it.
Ball goes into the middle, and it's collected by Bruno, and they're going to go on the attack, Banega now. And when Roma look like they were going to score, it's going to be Sevilla now. And they'll slow it down.
And Rangers just passing back to the keeper here, McGregor. It's slow. It's really slow. And I think it's a point where I think Rangers are even resigned to the fact that they've probably lost this. But there is about half an hour left if you include a bit of additional time. We'll have probably a drinks break.
They got late 3 goals. Rangers need 4.
They need 4 goals in this game if they want to get back in this match. Sancho King says, she's drunk and wearing sporty leggings. Lovely. Oh, the Rangers are on the attack here. Ken, it's a lovely bit of skill from Ken getting past Tapsoba, but he doesn't because Tapsoba, lovely defending, is able to clear his lines. And he's been really, really good today with a few chances that Rangers have had to get through on goal. Tapsoba's been there to clear his lines.
Perez put a ball in. Doesn't come to anything. Diego Carlos blocks it.
It's an interesting one, Bruno Perez, because he wasn't actually at AS Roma before these games were on. He was in Brazil, and he was one of the players that could be registered because he wasn't a January sign. He's been there for a couple of years now. It's interesting that he's been called up quite late on because he was an outcast of the Roma side. He was shipped off to Brazil for a loan period, and now he's back in the team again.
And he's playing well. Pellegrini swept the corner in and goes straight back out for another corner.
Oh, we're 63 minutes into this one. Tavernier, former Rotherham player, lovely to see him playing today, but he's not had anything to do so far.
Have the Rangers got a former Oldham legend, a former Rotherham legend, and a former Hull legend?
They have indeed. It's the dream game for us. It's the dream game. It's so nice to see him playing. Just a shame he's done nothing in this game so far. Leverkusen just passing around the back, taps over, and pretty much just the entire back four have had not a great deal to do. Once again, passing back to Hradecki, which is probably his fourth touch of the game so far. It's been a lovely evening for him, and of course, it'd be interesting to see when they're playing the next round against Inter Milan if it stays like this. What a game that's going to be!
Yeah, I was talking to Kieran about him because we were more or less convinced Leverkusen were going to win. That is such a nice game.
It's one of those where you don't want either of the sides to get knocked out because before this whole tournament started, I think they are two of the big favourites to go on and win it.
Oh, and Reguilón's down again. I mean, this is the first time I've watched Sevilla live. Chelsea again, a good left back if he goes out there.
Really good left back.
He seems like he's in a lot of pain.
Bit of a spell here for Rangers to try and make something. It's dispossessed, and here come Leverkusen on the counter-attack again. It's that man Verts who tries to get the ball. Go on a Goldson, just keeping it in play. And in fact, it looks like, he's kept it in play. Bit of a question here of whether it was kept in play or not. And now the ref's saying it hasn't been kept in play, but it's a Rangers throw-in. Don't know what's going on there, but there's going to be two changes for Rangers. One of them is Scott Arfield coming on. Just going to find out Ryan Kent is coming off here. So Kent is coming off and Jones is coming on as well. So no Edmondson yet. Still two more changes for them. Could happen.
He's not coming on, is he?
Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he is Rowan, sadly. But another two changes here. I guess at this stage it is just a case of giving some of these players a run out.
Is it 4 subs?
5 subs they've got.
Oh, no. Have they already... Who did they
made on? 1 sub, I think. They brought on Hadji and then the two changes. So they've got 2 subs left.
Oh, all right, yeah.
I couldn't remember. They brought someone in at half time and I've missed it. But 3 subs so far. Still 1-0.
Free kick in. And corner for Sevilla.
In terms of how Roma have been playing so far, do they look resigned to a defeat or are they really going for it?
It's really mixed and match because there's at points where they've gone, they look like they're ready to attack and then they slow it down. I'm like, if you push there, you've got a better chance than you are of trying to build something up. And Sevilla have been dangerous with these corners and their counter-attack play has been incredible this game.
I mean, what a game they've had so far. I think their game next would be against Wolves or Olympiacos, and we've got another card here. It's going to go to, I think, Jones, Hadji has got the other card there. Correct decision. Doesn't get the ball. Yellow card there for the Romania player. Yeah,
it's another sub, and I think, right, I'm going to even do this on numbers. I think that's Munir. It is.
Munir Hadidi.
Number 41 for Suso.
Talking about changes as well. Leverkusen making a change here. I think they're bringing 2 players on. Just trying to find out who they are. Dragovic is one of them that's coming on. Just trying to find out who else is coming off. So Diaby's coming off here, the goal scorer. Leon Bailey is just coming on now, which, nice. I mean, what a change that is. Leon Bailey.
It's mental that he's a sub player. Well, for this game at least.
Yeah, just when you think things can get worse.
We're just having another cooling break.
Yeah,
Suso has had a very decent break. Game. And Munir will probably do exactly the same thing that Suso will do.
Yeah,
Joe.
it's been quite good. We're on a cooling break now as well. Just got into it. They made the substitutions as the cooling break was going on. As you said before, with the first cooling break, everybody's just pouring water over their heads, which proves how hot it is right now in Germany. But the only goal of the game so far, 1-0. Diaby has just come off. Lovely, lovely goal. It was a fantastic ball from Aranguiz. And, well, for Rangers, as I said, 4-1 down right now. It's looking over unless something unbelievable happens. They're just showing Gerrard's reaction. I think even he looks pretty pissed off at the fact that they've conceded. But yeah, no, they've been pretty decent games. I mean, Rangers have been poor, really, really poor. I'd like to check if they've had any shots properly on target at the end of this game because I still don't think they've actually had a shot as of yet. I can't really recollect.
No, still on 0.
Still on 0.
Yeah,
it just proves how poor they've been today. Really, really poor. And I guess it's going to be nice for them to have refreshing new players coming in up top, likes of Kamar Roof, because right now it's been awful. And even Ines Hadji, who's been on the pitch, just hasn't done anything yet. And with 20 minutes left of the game, another change has happened as well. Wirtz has come off, who has had a fantastic game. Baumgartlinger coming on.
Ah, nice. Regan is still playing. He seems absolutely fine. So maybe another contact fell out. Who knows?
Trying to cover it up again.
If he might scream, they might get their attention quicker. I'll tell you what, who's been great at the back today, Koundé. Really, sort of been pivotal. There's a lot of chances where Roma have looked ready to attack with Edin Dzeko, and Koundé's gone, nah, mate, not today.
Fair play. They've got really, really good defence on paper, Sevilla. When you look at it, and there's a mistake at the back there. Oh, Bender having to clear his lines there. That's his Sven Bender, not Lars. Just a slight mistake at the back. And in fact, another change as well. Lars Bender has actually come off too. Dragovic has come on as well, the Austrian centre-back. So made 3 changes in quick succession there. 20 minutes left.
Ball came in, Dzeko, the ball was too high, but Mkhitaryan, Pellegrini, Dzeko! It looks like it was going in. Everything looked like it was going his way. He shoots. It could be the perfect goal, and it just completely goes wide. But the way the shot were going, big chance for Roma. But this is what you want to see from the team.
They need it.
They do.
They need it. 20 minutes left. If they can get a goal now, it changes everything. We've always said 2-0 leads, then they're not the best to have.
No.
We've got a free kick here for Rangers. Could they finally get the first shot on target or shot in general in this game? It's at a decent position to loft this in, not for a shot. It's towards the right corner flag on the bottom section. This needs to be whipped in. Someone like Morelos or Helander, just get your head on it, put it in the back of the net. 20 minutes left. Lofted into the box towards the near post. Dalton gets his head onto it and it's cleared off the line by Tapsoba.
Is that a shot on target?
It will be probably classed as a shot on target.
Come on.
Finally, Rangers have had a shot.
Dzeko. There's like 7 men up for Roma. There's only 5. There you go. And Sevilla get men behind. It's Perez now. 2 Perez. But there's a lot of open space in the middle here. Mkhitaryan now will take on this wing. Come on. We want to get this game tasted. Mkhitaryan squares the ball across and it's blocked by Navas. And it's cleared by Sevilla.
It's getting feisty now. It sounds like they're really starting to go for it, Roma.
Roma have switched the tempo here.
Talking about Rangers, that chance there, it was a good opportunity. Connor Goldson, perfect header. Couldn't do anything better with the header. It's whipped into the box. It's towards the near post on the left-hand side. It's a shame that there's someone on the line there, which was Tapsoba, because had he not been there, it might have just got clipped off the inside of the post and gone in. But Tapsoba just makes sure, clears it away from the goal, and he's had a great game, as I said. Not been a great deal of opportunities in terms of chances for Rangers. Of course, not really had any shots, but he's been fantastic tonight.
Thing he gets across in there, it's Navas, and he crosses it across, misses out the striker in the middle, and then El Nesri's just a bit too close for it to tuck it in. Still in Sevilla's play, though.
Just look at the comments as well. Little Bear says Leverkusen Sevilla could be finalists, but Man U are not agree with this. David Miller says, fuck the Queen. There we go.
Yeah. Cross comes in Navas. That's great block there by Ibanez. And this is what the game feels like. Roma look like they'll get some, and then Sevilla come back, and it's a corner for Sevilla again.
If you have enjoyed the stream, by the way, it'd be greatly appreciated if you do leave a follow. We are towards a subscription, actually, on YouTube, not a follow. We're towards 650 subscribers. We're about 6 away. So if you have enjoyed the stream so far, it'd be greatly, greatly appreciated, because coming up right after us, depending on extra time and penalties, either way, the next live stream, which will be available, is the 2 other fixtures tonight, as you can see on the screen in just a moment's time. We've got the games between Basel and Frankfurt and Wolves and Olympiacos. They kick off at 8 o'clock. The live streams come up at 7:45. So stick around after our stream is done, because the other streams will be live as well for those matches. What's happening, Rowan?
It's over! And it's the man who said he's had a great game, and it's Koundé. Never mind, wait. Flags up.
Oh!
The game might not be over yet. I think he's checking. He said he's checking. And, well, I tell you what, Campos, he gets the ball and he starts running to the box, no room. He takes it back out the box and then
that would have been game, set, and match.
Very close, this.
Are they going to VAR for this one?
Yeah, definitely. I think Koundé's afro might be offside.
Oh, that's so unlucky. He's on haircuts, cost him the goal.
And you know what? It comes from Munir. So lovely play by Campos flick on. Munir whips a curved ball in. And there's 3 Sevillas, and I think Kolarov, because Kolarov stretches when the ball's kicked, and he may be playing Koundé onside. Yeah, he'll go to VAR.
3-0. Kills it off.
If you're the Roma manager, you are saying, please do not do this to me right now. 16
minutes left. Leverkusen 1, Rangers 0. Rangers looking a little bit more attacking, but not had any other opportunities since Connor Goldson's chance. It's been very stop-start these last couple of minutes, couple of fouls and things like that going in. But 15 minutes left. Rangers need to score 4. Time's running out. In terms of that chance to be given?
It's still going. I think he's offside.
Oh, so
just by that much.
Just as well, when Roma was starting to really kick on, that is when you need a goal.
Offside.
No goal.
Yep.
Wow.
He's offside. I also realised in that break, Ibanez looks a lot like Christian Pulisic. Oh, no. Paul Lopez, what are you doing, you buffoon? Right, we're all right. We're okay.
I thought you were going to say this to be 3-0
No. Well, they're still going out, and Paul Lopez goes to clear the ball. He slips, and it goes straight to Munir, but I think it's Kolarov just stands in the way. But Sevilla have got hold of the ball somehow again.
Jesus, lucky. Leverkusen coming on the attack again here. It's a very quick opportunity that goes wide, and Rangers might be able to go on the attack here. Morelos, really poor positioning there, and it's just very, very stop-start. 15 minutes left, as I said, of this, with a little bit of additional time. Of course, we've had the drinks break, so there'll be about 2 or 3 minutes of additional time in both of our games. What's happening?
Oh my God. Paul Lopez again. This time, Munir trips it into the box, and his defenders, Paul Lopez's defenders got it. I think it's Ibanez, and Paul Lopez jumps over to go punch it, and it nearly goes back to Munir. It doesn't. It's cleared, but.
Well, I thought it was going to be a free kick for Leverkusen here. Leon Bailey, when you think, for Tavernier, you've had a great game. When you think, you got rid of one player in DRB, Bailey comes on. His pace is so electric, and he brings down Bailey just outside of the box towards the corner flag on the left-hand side. And I thought he was going to be giving us a free kick, but it's actually been given as an offside. Another change as well, by the way. Both the Bender brothers are now off. Sven Bender's off. Jonathan Tah is on as well.
Oh, I couldn't Johnny Tah. I've just seen the biggest moment of someone being an absolute hard case. Edin Dzeko and I don't know who went up for it. It could be Fernando. Go up for a header. Fernando flicks his head to go thingy and absolutely headbutts Edin Dzeko, not on purpose. Fernando goes down, Edin Dzeko just literally just walks it off.
We've got 2 changes for Rangers now. Morelos has come off. Terrible game, honestly. Absolutely awful. Probably the worst player on the pitch today. Done nothing. Not seen him once.
When he's your striker, you need him to step up. And he hasn't. Sub for Roma, I think that's Under coming on.
Patterson and Stewart have come on for Rangers, by the way.
Does that mean my George Edmondson dream of scoring 3 goals is over?
Unfortunately, they've used all their 5 substitutions now, so no Edmondson, sadly.
Stevie G, what are you playing at? Wait, did they get extra subs if it goes to extra time?
They get 1 extra sub if it goes to extra time.
I'm telling you. So, no, it can't go to extra, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's all over in terms of that extra time.
Is it under?
But Patterson comes on for Morelos and Stewart comes on as well. Don't know who's come on for Stewart, but Morelos, he looks very, very annoyed at the fact he's come off. But to be quite frankly honest, he was the worst player on the pitch.
Roma going for it now. Kolarov is off, Villar's on.
Which is fair because, as you said, he'd gone in for a couple of feisty tackles and he got the other card as well.
They were playing 3 at the back, which means they've got two centre-backs.
Unless they've changed it to a 4 at the back now.
Who would Bruno Perez, Spinazzola? All right, yeah, they could play full-backs.
Yeah, they can both play full-backs, change the system.
Going 2 at the back is ambitious.
It's Justin Kluivert come on in the game.
Not yet. No. He was warming up because I saw his shirt just tied over his chair, but no, he's not come up yet.
Yeah, I thought maybe they would bring on a couple of players. As I said, bring on the wingers, just change it up very slightly. They've got, about 12 plus minutes left in the game to really go and go for it. And we've said before, 1 goal in it changes everything up with the last couple of minutes.
If they can get a goal within these 2 minutes, Roma, it gives them 10, 13 minutes to get another goal. And to see that Roma do come with Dzeko winning a header, but it still goes again. Perez is doing incredible when he can't get through to Dzeko, but he's still holding the ball.
Rangers coming on the attack here. Very rare. We've said that today, but taking their time. As we said about 1 goal changing the game in that game, 1 goal certainly changed everything up in this game because, of course, that goal from Diaby's just really, really put Rangers off. And it's a case now of, if they can get a goal here and just get a draw in this game, then it'd be very surprising because they've been so poor and it's been a simple game. The ref's not had a great deal to do. It's not been feisty. There's not really been any grit or determination. And I think any Rangers fan tonight will be very disappointed about the play.
You'd be disappointed or not. You were coming in 3-1 down. At least it's not 3-1, I suppose, is your biggest thing.
Exactly. There was the 2 chances from Havertz, which it could have easily been 2-0 in the first half, and you go into that second half thinking, let's just make sure that they don't score anymore. And to keep it 1-0 is good, but at the same time, you've got to go out there and go for it. And they just haven't, unfortunately. Little Bears he thinks United 40%, Sevilla 35%, Leverkusen 25% to win Europa League. So he's thinking United will win it, but maybe Sevilla just a little bit behind. Sevilla, they've got the experience in this competition. They've won it 3 times in a row before. So what's happened?
Munir looks like he's going to go take a shot, and he plays out to the wing. And I'm like, oh, well, that's going out. And Campos collected it somehow and won a corner. Sevilla are one of the strangest teams in terms of it looks like they're going to kick the ball to play, and there's just a man waiting.
Hradecki. Oh, mistake of the back from Hradecki there, and that is awful. And it just shows how terrible they've been today. Makes a mistake at the back. Stewart, who's just come on a moment ago, gets the ball. He's just inside of the box, just in the actual replay now. So he lays it off. It comes back to Hadji. Lays it off for Stewart. All he's got to do is curl it. It goes wide of the mark, but there is a deflection. So they have got a corner here. And as I said, if they can get a goal, 10 minutes left, not necessarily a case of getting back into it, but if they can make it 1-1, it's a decent result at the end of the day. Lofted into the box, trying to get it towards Connor Goldson, who can't get there, and it's gone straight into the path of Havertz, which is the last person you want it to go to.
At half-time, I said, I expect Sevilla to sit back. Lopetegui's played this perfectly. He's just played exactly what he did in the first half. And so Roman guess will come in expecting that they'll sit a bit back and give us a bit more space and we can do something. Attacking like it's the start of the game.
Fair play to him. That's the thing. If they can get 1 more goal in this game, 10 minutes left, it kills it off. It'd be very, very hard for Roma to get back in. But it's the whole 2-0 thing again. 1 goal from Roma, couple of minutes left, push your players forward. You could get back into it. And then, 90th minute, you're looking at a 2-2 going into extra time. Aribo's in the box. He's dancing. Lovely work from Aribo. Still going. Needs to lay it off. He does indeed. Could he maybe go back to him? Crossed in. Cleared away. And Aribo, it would have been a lovely goal if he could have danced his way through. He was just weaving in and out of Dragovic and Tar. But unfortunately, nothing comes of it. They have got a throw in a decent area here, but Baumgartner has gone down. I'm just looking at that chance again. Lovely, lovely work from Aribo. It probably should have been given as a foul, technically speaking, but unlucky for him.
We had a free kick. Munir crosses it in just a bit outside the box, and Koundé there, and he just goes for he tries to head it, and it's ambitious, but straight into the hands of Lopez.
It's worth a try.
Worth trying. You're 2-0 up. It's not like a risky challenge where they can counter attack. Go for it.
Rangers got a corner here. Going to be whipped in again this time. They've been all right on corners today, but they just get a goal for a bit of confidence. He's lofted in. Very, very heavy cross. Somehow Connor Goldson gets onto it, but he's in an offside position, and it goes out of play for a goal kick with 8 minutes left. Very, very disappointing today. Very disappointing. And of course, it'd be interesting to find out if the score stays as it is with Sevilla 2, Roma 0. I mean, Sevilla Wolves or Sevilla Olympiacos. That'll be a very, very good game.
Yeah, you know what? Sevilla, one of the most best tactically foul sides, if that makes. They know how to work foul. And Nezra, again, he looks to counter attack, but there's no one with him, so he just pulls himself closer to. I don't know who fouled him, but he just pulls himself right next to him. And basically wins the free kick from.
Well, you've got to think as well that Lopetegui was very close to being the Real Madrid manager. So he's a great manager on his day. And, the fact is that Sevilla, you are right. In terms, I know what you mean in terms of good at tactic fouls. They know when to foul at the right time, stop the play, break it up. A fair play to
even gaining fouls, like he gained the foul. Getting the foul when there were no chance for a counter-attack, and he just slows the game down, removes momentum for Roma.
Well, that's the thing, because they're going to push players on. I'm surprised. Have you got any more changes left, Roma?
2 more. If it's 5 subs, 2 more.
I would have thought they'd brought them on now.
Yes, I mean, Sevilla, they've only made 1 sub, but they're playing like at 100%. So
that surprises me as well, because I'd have thought maybe with Sevilla, I know they can't necessarily say the game's over and done with, but I'd have thought maybe the manager might have thought, let's take some players off ahead of the next fixture.
I know, they really are going balls to the wall.
Fair play to him.
Trying to get as many goals as possible.
Fair play. I mean, 2-0 up. It's a good result for them either way. And as for Leverkusen here, they've done quite the opposite in terms of resting players. They've brought on some of their big stars just to make it even worse. But they haven't scored since the likes of Leon Bailey and Jonathan Tah have come on. But they've been all right. Talking about Bailey, actually, he's on the ball, outside of the box, takes on a long-range effort, hits Connor Goldson, and goes into the hands of McGregor. Good chance there. But we've got a couple of minutes of these games left, of course. There is kickoff for all the games in 20 minutes' time. The 2 of the matches, Basel and Frankfurt, and Wolves Olympiacos, kick off at 8 o'clock. The live streams for those games will kick off in about just under 5 minutes' time, just as these games should finish, unless something crazy happens in the Roma one. So do keep your eyes out. I'll put a link in the chat for those games. Kieran D and Kieran L will be live for those ones very, very shortly. Hopefully some goals in those games. But as it stands right now, with a couple of minutes left, Leverkusen 1-0 up against Rangers, 4-1 on aggregate, and Sevilla 2-0 to the good against Roma. Little Bez asked a question. What do you think of the Super Cup of Europe will be between United and City? Because it is a possibility.
It'll be a good game. I don't know who you go for. I'd say, I don't know who you go for your winners there, but
I think the thing with the Super Cup as well is if that happened, a lot of people look at the Super Cup and kind of think of it as a Mickey Mouse trophy type thing. But a game like that, I think they'd take it seriously.
Pellegrini's playing a risky. So he got angry and he started mouth off referee. Referee wasn't having anything. He yellow carded him. And he's still going. He's throwing a ball at someone and then he's shouting at more people. Referee's not giving anything, but he's running the risk.
Here, Kai Havertz seen a goal. Here's the side now.
He's running the risk here of getting a red card. I mean, Roma, he's still in the game. You've got 10 minutes probably with added time.
Absolutely. There's going to be added time.
And they are getting on with it. Never mind. Sevilla sniffed it out.
We got another change for Leverkusen. Palacios is coming off. Stanilovic, the Polish midfielder, is coming on. So a few more last-minute changes here for Leverkusen. If you want to use the stream as well, by the way, it'd be greatly appreciated if you do leave a follow, a subscription. I keep saying follow, it's not Twitter, it's subscription. If you want to, of course, we're covering every single Europa League and Champions League game. Final 5 minutes here. Be another live stream says in a moment's time for the other 2 final round of 16 fixtures. So keep your eyes out for that. I'll put the link in the chat very shortly for those ones. But yeah, no, it's been some good games this round. Not too bad. Yeah.
I mean, at least I've got goals.
Yeah, I mean, at least we've had a goal in this one as well.
Yeah. Not as many as I think yesterday in both games. But...
No, I mean, it's been very cagey, this one. I don't think Leverkusen have had to play at the highest level as they need to. You know, they've got the 3-goal advantage for a start. Then they got the extra goal to make it 4. They've not had to necessarily go to the highest level to play today. But Rangers, it just looks like a pre-season friendly to them right now. We've got a free kick here, 25 yards out, full by Leverkusen. Aranguiz and Bailey are standing over this. If they can score here to make it 2-0, of course, the game is over pretty much anyway here, but it'd be a nice way to finish it off with a lovely free kick, of course. So we'll find out what happens here.
All the Sevilla players are standing up.
They're ready to celebrate.
I mean, there's still 3 minutes left with added time, 2.5. Pellegrini's still talking a lot of chat to the referee.
Free kick's
not as
taken here.
this time.
Bailey hits it, and it's nowhere near the goal. Poor there from Bailey. He needs to watch out.
He's not saying it down to the referee, but the cameras are catching it, and all it has to do is VAR go. Has he said something quite risky there? You know what I mean? I know the rugby. I'm watching what's it called? And one of the guys was walking away from the referee, and he said something under his breath, and the referee heard him, went, "Come here, off. I'm the referee. We won't accept that."
And do you know what? Fair play.
Yeah. And I think I'm glad to see football referees are giving yellow cards for backtrack now. I think a couple of years ago it wouldn't happen. I think foreign leagues do it a lot more than English. I think English referees has got a bit of a backbone, but
yeah, if you look 10 years ago when like the big derbies were on the Uniteds and the Arsenals, and Arsenal played Spurs and that, the amount of players that just go around the referee saying stuff to him, foul language, abusive stuff, and things like that. It has got, I think, a little bit less than then, but it's nice to see that kind of things come out of the game. I mean, it's always nice as a neutral to watch when there's fighting and arguments and that. It's
obviously,
part of football, isn't it? We like a scrap, as they'll say. But for the example in rugby, getting sent off just because he hasn't said it directly to the ref, I like the idea of it. Just looking at the chat as well. I mean, Little Bear saying as well, what about Bayern United Super Cup 96 UCL final remake? I mean, they haven't played for a long time.
I've just seen Koundé mug off Edin Dzeko.
Oh, it's that stage of the game now. It kind of sounds like Sevilla on the bench mainly. They're ready to start celebrating that they're through.
Yeah, because Mooney has just won a free kick in a very dangerous position. It's just outside the circle of the penalty box.
We've got a free kick here for Rangers. Lofted into the box to get towards Connor Goldson, who's been very prevalent on the set pieces tonight in the headers. Doesn't get towards him. Stewart's trying to get the ball back, bobbling, and it's cleared away. Staniluic, the Polish midfielder, got 2 minutes of additional time in this game.
Not as close as you'd like, but I don't know who. Is it Banega stepping up? Apologies.
Bless you.
It's ever Banega and someone else. Is it Jordan stepping up?
Here come Rangers again. Good, maybe a good chance here to get a late goal in this. It's only going to be an equaliser for the second leg, which I guess 1-1 wouldn't be too bad. Oh, it's a poor tackle from Baumgartlinger. In fact, actually, I think the referee's given credit there to him. I don't know what he's saying. He's gone down.
You know what, Josh? Banega's going to take the free kick. It's lofted. It's off the crossbar.
Oh.
The fourth official is just now 7 minutes at a time. It's enough for 2 goals. It really is. I don't see Roma... And it's another foul by Roma.
Right.
The Roma should look at the time and see 7 minutes and just be so careful.
We've got 1 minute left here. Free kick for Rangers. Can they get an equaliser? Lofted into the box. It bobbles away from the goal. Maybe one last chance to whip this in. Of course, the game is over. Leverkusen are through, but one more goal. It would just be nice for them. Aribo in the box. Lofts it into the box towards Goldson. He's playing as a striker. Comes out for Ionis Hadji, who takes a long-range effort. Blocked. And Bailey's running for the ball. He's trying to get a counter-attack here. Good defending at the back. And 30 seconds left of this one.
Sevilla got a dangerous free kick just at the corner of the box. No! Oh my God, Paul Lopez. I feel like I've said his name plenty of times. And he's had him, and again, it's okay. He collects it. It's a weak free kick. And he catches and drops. And it just falls and bumbles. He re-picks it up there. Sorry, Josh, go on.
Well, you're saying about goalkeeper mistakes. Nearly had one here. Rangers nearly equalised. A long-range effort taken on Haradecki. Rather than trying to claim it in his hands, lets it drop out. And it's Stewart, who's right next to him, who has a chance to take the shot on. But luckily, he doesn't go into the back of the net. In the full time here of this game, Rangers are out of the Europa League. Leverkusen through to the next round. I think a lot of people expected it. It ends 4-1 on aggregate. A good result there for Leverkusen. Not the greatest of games in the world to watch, but they've got through. They've got the goal, and that's game over.
It's outside of the box. Still in the box. Koundé holds long enough. and it's a goal kick for Sevilla. 5 minutes left. There's still a chance, but the way Roma have been playing, it's scrappy. Yeah.
I'm going to see if I can try and get the last 5 minutes and get it in sync for you. Because
Mm-hmm.
on the PlayStation, it is just coming up as the free kick that's just been taken. But
yeah, if it's showing the highlight, you're all right.
Yeah, it's just showing En-Nesyri coming off.
Yeah, same. You about ahead of me actually. Luke De Jong. Yeah, I've just seen Nesyri's coming off now.
Oh, I might be in time, bloody hell. Little Bez asks, will we see extra time tonight on Wolves v Olympiacos? I mean, potentially, if it stays 1-1, then it will go into extra time. So, imagine that. Well, it happened when Arsenal played Olympiacos. Could happen again.
You can see the Nesyri goal on a Campos here. You probably just missed it, but yeah. I mean, who's your man of the match for? Who's your manager match for the Leverkusen Rangers game?
I'd probably give it to either Havertz or Wirtz. Actually, no, sorry, Diaby. I'm going to give it to Diaby. I think the midfield attacking three, as I've said before, was absolutely fantastic in the game. The fact that they were free-flowing, but because Diaby got the goal, I'm going to give it to him. But if not, I would have probably given it to Wirtz. I think Havertz had those 2 good chances in the game, which he missed. But that just attacking free, fantastic tonight for him. As for Rangers, no one.
It's like Campos and Nesyri have both had incredible games. For me, it's Navas. At a right-back position, even though he's not involved in the play, he seems to always be ever-present. Campos is up there, another sub for Sevilla here, using all of them, trying to slow the game down. Of thingy.
3 minutes left.
Yeah, I think you'd possibly give it to a Campos, really in play for a lot of the goals.
I'll message the boys, just make sure that they know that we're pretty much nearly done on this one.
Yeah, we've got 3 minutes left.
Not too long. I mean, imagine now 2 goals in the last 3 minutes. That'd be incredible, but it's not going to happen. Let's be real.
No.
It could, but very unrealistic.
I think we might get a goal because Luke De Jong's just played it now to the win too. Navas trips it over to Ocampos, who holds it up. He's going to take it to the corner.
So they've got to do now. A few minutes left of this one. 2-0.
I think the sub will come in for Sevilla as well. Yeah,
might as well make the changes. I'm going to put the link in the chat. They haven't started yet, but if you are wanting to join both the Kieran's on the next stream, they're going to be live in a moment's time with the 2 other games that are coming up. That's Basel, Frankfurt, and Wolves Olympiacos. So if you haven't got access to them or you just want to keep an eye out on the watchalongs with all the reaction, 2 very, very good games. Do not count out Frankfurt yet. They're 3-0 down against Basel. Stranger things have happened. They could make a comeback in this game. It's one of those fixtures I think a lot of people have looked at and think Frankfurt could do it. You'll have to find out, of course, on Wolves Olympiacos. We just talked about it a moment ago. It's 1-1. Could go into extra time or penalties. The link is in the chat right now for those of you that want to go and join both the Kieran's in a moment's time when they go live for those fixtures.
My man of the match has just come off for Campos. Come on, Vasquez has come on. Oh, Koundé! Oh! Cross comes in and he finds himself open again, straight at Pau Lopez.
He's had a great game tonight, from what you said. He's been all over the place.
He has. When they've had them set pieces, he's always been there and then defending well. You know,
fair play to him.
Yeah.
And he sounds like he's been quite good attacking-wise as well.
Yeah. Like I said, the set pieces, he's ever-present in the box, and then when he's had them opportunities, it's been extremely close. I think Sevilla have got this now, a minute left. Unless we see when you play against your main, you want to play penalties, so you concede some last-minute goals.
Say why not? Let's concede if we want the penalties. I mean, it got to extra time as well, so we'd have another half an hour. But it's been a good fixture, particularly this one. I wouldn't say the Leverkusen Rangers game was a fascinating one to watch, but this one sounds like it's been really, really fun. I mean, specifically for Sevilla more than anything, it sounds like that, as you said, the game plan tonight has worked spot on.
Yeah, played so well, so attacking, so free flowing. That counter attack play, it's great. Can Roma get a last ditch goal? He can't.
No, I don't think they will. It's a shame for them, but Roma looking like they're going out. That's the first Italian side out. Of course, Inter Milan through to the next round.
They are in Duisburg.
Oh, they are as well. Hey, you got it spot on.
I know my partial knowledge when it comes to German teams.
Oh, But yeah, no, Sevilla, they're going to play the winners of Olympiacos or Wolves. So keep your eyes out for that one. Still playing on.
The whistle still hasn't gone yet. I expect it to go very soon. We're 7 minutes 10, 7 minutes 11, 12.
Yeah, I'm 10 seconds ahead of you.
Are you? Oh, wait,
I don't know. Yeah, you're still going on. How am I 10 seconds ahead of you, considering mine was like 3-4 minutes behind the
Leverkusen game.
The one I was watching? Weird.
Who knows? Another yellow card.
Still going on.
Bit pointless. Yellow cards obviously don't carry over in this
the
Europa League and Champions League.
Yeah, they don't, do they, in the round of 16?
No, well, I think they do, but I remember seeing something that came out saying they're not going to carry over just because everything that's gone on.
Well, they're ready to celebrate, aren't they? I've just seen Fernando ready to jump up and probably run on the pitch.
Yeah.
Fair play to him. Good performance. Two great teams on paper, as we said at the start of the show. That it's a shame that these both have to go out because quite easily both of these sides could have gone far. And drama going on here. VAR.
VAR?
Red card check.
Oh, is it the elbow?
Potentially. Are we going to see a
Why
sending off?
a red card check? It's the end of the game.
I mean, it's absolutely pointless. It would, well, technically not, because it'll go into next season.
Will it? I'm pretty confident they said it's not going to carry over just because of everything that's gone on. I mean, it's pretty pointless because,
I mean, when I look at that there, I don't.
Is it the elbow?
Well, he's going to the monitor.
No, it's off the ball. Oh, no, it's the elbow.
I'm going to the monitor.
It's not a red card, I don't say.
This is not over yet. I mean, it will be very quickly here, but we're 99 minutes in.
For it, just because you're a bit ahead and it's probably easier.
I mean,
I've just seen where the monitor is. It's in the most awkward spot.
That's a sending off.
It's deliberate.
That's a deliberate sending off. In fact, he's taken no time to waste. Red card's out. He's off. Absolutely spot on.
Yeah.
I think when you look at it first time,
anything. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Right decision.
Yeah. It goes bad to worse for him. I mean, it doesn't really matter in terms of the game, but
no, but he's still poor though. I don't know why he's gone in for the in there. Mancini deserved red card.
It's frustration, isn't it? You've conceded 2 goals. Your team hasn't scored the goals it needed, and it's just not thinking. Absolutely
poor. And well, are we about to hit 10 minutes? Is he going to let us go into the 10-minute mark? Go on. We have indeed. Yay! 10 minutes of additional time. And that's that.
Yeah.
What a game.
Well done to Sevilla. Played incredibly well. Great counter-attacking football. And they look like the more dominant side. Sevilla, not amazing. What more do you want, though? Sevilla go through. Great performance. Roma will look back at it and think, what could have we done? The attack was not there.
Fair play to him. And that is our games for the afternoon kickoffs. Well, in early evening more than anything. Kickoffs all finished. To give you a rundown of the scores once again, Bayer Leverkusen, their games finishes 1-0 against Rangers, 4-1 aggregate. Diaby with the goal in that one. Sevilla 2, AS Roma 0, sending off at the end there for Mancini means that they were down to 10 men with the last couple of seconds left. But Sevilla go through. They're going to play the winners of Wolves versus Olympiacos. The link is in the chat. You can go and join both the Kieran's live right now as they get ready to kick off in just a couple of minutes' time for Wolves Olympiacos and Basel versus Frankfurt. Little Beth says hello from Romania. See you on the next stream. Thank you very much, Little Beth, and everybody that's joined us. Thank you very much, Rowan, as always.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We will see you guys later on for more of our Europa League and Champions League watch-alongs. We'll see you later. Bye.